All right, going live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Eric Black in for the Ms. Man. And you got the center of attention, the big sweet himself, Larry Lee.
Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. All right.
Larry, Eric, Larry. I know you guys don't know each other, but you know each other now. I mean, Ms. Man is taking a couple days off. We'll catch up with him later. I'm gonna give you some updates while we do this real quick. The M Zone comes on at 3 to 6 every day, and we do go live, but we had to make a quick change because of the things that we did. So we're on the radio and everything like that, but we'll get live hopefully on Thursday. We may miss Wednesday's game because we may miss Wednesdays because of the Tiger game is at 2:00 local time. So we may not get a rate. I'm telling you, we're not going to air a show on tomorrow because of the Tiger game. Okay. So I'm just letting you know that, giving a heads up right there. And then I got to go back and I got to apologize. We had a lot to talk about. But I wanted to give you that local flavor because we wanted to get the coordinators in. Offensive coordinator Chip Lindsey. We wanted to get the defensive coordinator in Wink Martindale from
Dayton, Ohio.
Exactly. Eric, do you have anybody or anyone that is from Dayton, Ohio? Because he's got to know somebody. He's got to know somebody from Dayton, Ohio.
Do I?
Do you know anybody from Dayton, Ohio?
I don't think so.
He probably doesn't know they're from Dayton, but Dayton.
I might not know.
They must have. They had to come from Dayton, Ohio.
They had.
That is
at some point, my parts of my family did come from Ohio.
Okay,
they probably were from Dayton.
Okay, it could be. It is the thing that started the industrial.
The boom.
The boom when it started. Yeah. When it started for Dayton, Ohio.
Set in the 70s. Okay. 7 world headquarters in Dayton, Ohio.
Wow.
And it was called America's cleanest and safest city.
Oh, okay.
It's not that anymore.
Ain't that no more. I'm about to say. I think Minneapolis stole the name then because they got like all kinds of world companies in Minneapolis, St. Paul.
That was back in the 70s, man. Everybody was making good money and kids, Dayton was a great place in the 70s. Not that way no more.
Okay.
Hey, I mean, you could say that about a lot of different places. It's obviously, for me, it's great to be born at a time where everything is just booming. It's awesome.
There you go.
Yeah, it's great.
It's booming.
Yeah.
So what I want to do, Larry, I want to do Big Sweet is I want to come back and I want to talk about Shedeur Sanders. It's the rookie quarterback. Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward, who I said number 1 pick. I said that kid is going to be the number 1 pick, and he didn't win the Heisman Trophy, and that was because of Syracuse, the way he got beat by Syracuse and Miami. I think if he would have beat Syracuse and
the Hurricanes got beat by Syracuse.
Right.
I mean, you look at Cam Ward's numbers. I'm not sure he got beat by.
He threw an interception.
Unfortunately,
he threw an interception, and it hurt him.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
You know how that is. You throw an interception, you ain't getting the Heisman.
No.
That being said, Jackson Dart, got to talk about him too. Because if you think about it, it was between Jackson Dart for the Giants and Shedeur Sanders.
Right. Well, yeah, according to hype.
According to hype,
maybe not in their scouting room, but in the hype.
Mel Kiper, I'm sure.
Oh, Mel Kiper's still over there, mad.
He's still mad.
He's still mad. Yeah. He is boiling hot over here in the corner. Mel, sit out. Anyway.
He's right outside our studios.
Right outside, exactly. That being said, what did you see in the first week in Cam Ward, in Jackson Dart, and then the first guy we mentioned, Shedeur Sanders? I mean, Shedeur Sanders was the guy that really was he a big surprise to you on what he did?
Well, my attitude. Well, first of all, I got to be honest. I work pretty good on the weekends, so I have to do some catching up
Right.
on watching games, post, not watching them live. But I did see Shedeur Sanders. I rewatched that game later, and he did good. He did good, and I go back to my original theory that all of y'all heard me say that you need 96 quarterbacks to field the NFL. 32 times 3.
Right.
There aren't 96 good quarterbacks on the planet. So a lot of guys are getting opportunities these days that back in the day probably wouldn't even made a team or a practice squad or even be considered. But because the quarterback position is so watered down now that, yes, he has a chance, and yes, he can do it, and he somewhat did it for a so-called fifth rounder, which I was one of the ones who had him placed in the third, fourth, fifth round, somewhere right there. I didn't have him as that number 2 pick in the draft or anything. But you got to take in consideration the overall pool. And that last year's draft pool at quarterback was not that spectacular.
No.
So he was one of the best of that class, which was not one of the best classes of quarterbacks. So with that being said, he has as good a chance as becoming a starter or backup in this league as damn near 75-80% of the guys in the league that are on teams right now. So am I surprised? No, I'm not surprised at what he did. He can do it. Damn near a lot of them can do that and do it. So let's see if it continues. And you mentioned it. He kind of sucked during the going against the starters, but he did well against the backup. Now, the other thing about it, just as well as I know, Jamie, the more you play, the slower the game gets.
Right.
And he's still not seeing live bullets. There's a difference between preseason and regular season. When the live bullet starts, like they call them, as they call it, you got to think on the run. You got to think fast. They're coming to get you. And these guys who are probably going 2/3 speed will be going 3/3 speed. And, the game changes. So I think he's definitely NFL worthy. I'm not ready to anoint him as a starter anywhere or anything like that. But he's NFL worthy. Yes, he is.
It's the first game, and look, when you put it's not a freshman. You put a rookie in going against an NFL team, and look, I get it. It's the first game, different things, and coaches like the Lions are not playing their starters. They're obviously playing their second, third, fourth. Free agents, everybody else get on film. They want to see players on film, how they can get on their team. They're trying to form their 53-man roster. That being said, this is a different Browns organization. They need to find a quarterback. And they don't have a quarterback right now that's healthy. No. That's what I'm saying. That's healthy outside of Shedeur Sanders. So you had to play him. I give him to that extreme, Big Sweet. This young man went out there as a rookie. Now, when the live bullets start shooting, guys either stand up and start shooting back, or they stand down in the hole crying, "Mommy, mommy, mommy, help me." You know it as well as I do.
I'll tell you another thing that I noticed that I mentioned. That I'm a big pedigree guy. He has NFL. He's been around NFL locker rooms and NFL players and all that thing all his life to the point where after in between one of the series, he went over to Myles Garrett and was like, said something like, "Man, could you sack me, or I could have got away from you?" Just kind of jovial and relaxed and all that. Most rookies aren't like that, but he's seen it all. He done been in every locker room. He watched his dad in Super Bowls. He done been in the Pro Bowl. So we talked about it yesterday with Mr. Manning down in Texas. So there's something to pedigree, and he's not new to this. He's calm, cool, collected. Where another rookie who's just trying to make the team, who went in the 5th round, he might be going at home, getting rest and sleeping and and dissecting blitzes in his head every night
Right.
and all. You know, Shador is a little bit ahead of the curve on that.
Well, I mean, Tom Brady was his mentor. I mean, he coached him up.
Yeah.
He was a private mentor.
How many guys
He
get that
still
opportunity?
Exactly. He still talks to Tom Brady on the phone. Tom Brady tells him, you need to get rid of that car. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to keep your nose in that playbook. Just because you
That
did,
right there, that right there is worth something. That right
Exactly.
there is worth a lot.
I'm just saying. Now, let me move to Cam Ward because I don't want to take away from the number 1 pick. I mean, what did you think about that young man? He came in, and I'm just going to say, that was for a debut, that was probably one of the greatest debuts because that kid came in, he came and throwing, as they would say.
I'm still dissecting that game. I started watching it earlier today, and I'm going to finish after the show watching that game, tape delay, and there's another one who showed a little bit of resiliency and smarts and all that, which is great. So maybe that quarterback class of last year was a little better than we gave them credit for.
Sure. And then
Cam Ward is. I don't know about everybody.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe.
Jackson Dart. Wait a minute. Jackson Dart did not disappoint. He was as good as advertised. Now, I'm going to say this about Jackson Dart. I'm not taking anything away from him, but it does rest in the hands. I mean, his coach already came out and said Russell Wilson is the starter for the Giants.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it relieves that he's not fighting for a starting position, but they put that young man out there and he balled out too. I mean, he had a great game. He was going up and down. He knew when to run out the pocket. He knew what to do. He was throwing the ball really well to receivers and everything like that. So maybe you're right, Larry. Maybe the criticism of this quarterback class that just recently come out, maybe you do have some nuggets there that people didn't know you had.
Yeah, man. But let's keep it in perspective. It is preseason.
Yeah, I got it.
And most of the time they're playing against, the second and thirds and the other guys trying to make the team. But when the live bullet starts against those starters and those Pro Bowlers and all that kind of stuff, then we'll see. But right now they're playing to make a team, which is good. And because of now you got the expansion of the practice squad and everything, there's more opportunities for guys to be on the NFL roster. I saw the brunt of it because I was GM of a XFL team. There, we were looking for guys, but to be honest, we were kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel because the NFL had already, they did a good thing by upping their rosters, and upping their practice squads and things. They kept fewer guys out of our hands,
Right. Do you believe, and I just because you brought this up and you were down in the I don't mean to say down in you were in the USFL and you guys you work with these guys. Do you believe that some of these guys can go down and play in that league and they can improve and maybe get a chance to go back up?
Absolutely. That's what I was hoping. It seems like a no-brainer that the NFL would utilize the UFL as like a farm system, just like Toledo Mud Hens and the Tigers and that kind of thing. Send them down and up and down, from that thing. But the NFL, instead of doing it that way, they decided just to up their numbers. They up their numbers of roster spots, they up their number of practice squad guys, and that's the way they are doing it versus joining forces with our league. But I was an advocate for that. Hey man, why don't you use us as a farm system, and have guys come up and down and that kind of thing. So it hasn't happened. It seemed like it would happen, and maybe Daryl Moose Johnson and them will get to that one day with the league or something. But right now, they're two separate entities.
Yeah, that's a shame. I mean, there's all kinds of, and I get it. They got free players coming out of the, well, I don't want to call them free, but they got players. They have their farming system, which is college football.
Right.
But why not give these guys extra education and let them play in that USFL league or US.
Because some of them could use the reps, you know, in the UFL and get the reps. Now the difference is, you know, football is a demanding sport, so you know to almost play football competitively year round.
That's
It's
really
kind of
tough on
tough.
your body.
That's really tough on your body. So if you play a full season with us or something, and then you go back up, yeah, I'm still saying us. I'm not a part of it, but I'm still
You
saying
still a
us.
part, Larry.
Yeah,
You'll always be a part of it. So I don't know why. It's you. You just roll with it. You are. It's
All right.
part of you, bruh. It's a
Yeah,
part
yeah.
of you.
So when they, you know, that's a lot of football, but
It is, but if you want to get into the top league, it's wait a minute. In soccer, we do the same damn thing. In Europe, they're playing year-round soccer.
Yeah.
I mean, they play it they go to teams all the time. So I'm just saying, you might as well say the same damn thing so you can get up into the NFL. That's where you want to be. You're gonna have to sacrifice that body.
Well, when I was in the XFL, I thought we had a few guys that were NFL worthy, at least getting a shot at you know at an NFL roster and getting the camp and you know that's what we
kickers, though, right? You're talking some
no,
real.
well, it's been proven kickers. You know, look at the Lions kicker.
I get what you're saying, but that's
I know, but I'm talking real.
You're not talking kickers. You're talking. We got positions,
skill
other
talent,
positions,
other
skills,
positions,
exactly.
Linemen, running backs, and different things like that. They just got a little more seasoning. Let's just call it that.
Yep. So you know, the NFL has tapped into the UFL now for a few guys. I saw there. One in particular is a kid I've known since he was a baby, man. Wes Whiteside, the DB with the Lions.
Right.
You know, he's from Rochester Hills. My daughters went to school with his dad and all that. I've known him since he was a child. He played for the St. Louis Battlehawks, and you know I know the GM over there. And I called. I'm not taking credit or anything, but I called and told him, hey man, you know Wes Whiteside is a solid young man. He comes from good stock. He made their team, and he's in Lions camp right now. So, you know, that's a beautiful thing, man. And to see that, and there's some others that probably should have got a chance that don't get a chance. It's tough. And then there's some that don't deserve a chance, you know. You know, let's just be honest, you know.
We'll say that the NFL has done a really good job at combing all of the NFL caliber players around the country, we'll say.
They have. And
they've already done it. They've done a lot of the legwork, you know.
And they, you know, like I said, we're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel because there's so many roster opportunities now and hell, to be honest, on a practice squad, if you're a practice squad player, that ain't a bad. They're making more than
they're making money. They're making money now.
Man, they making. I think what's the practice squad minimum? 200,000, something like that.
Yeah, 200,000. Think about that.
In my 9-year career, I never made 200,000.
Hey, that's called birthday. You know what I'm saying? That's called date of birth. That ain't because of this. That ain't.
And I ain't mad. I ain't hating.
Exactly. That's because you were born.
That's because I'm an old
long time. That was 3 longs. That was 3 longs.
3 longs.
You guys talked about, you know, this year's draft class, though. I want to say I'm a huge Cam Ward fan. I really loved, you know, watching him at Miami. In my opinion, I think Cam Ward's going to be better than Caleb Williams. That's just my opinion. I mean, if they redrafted quarterbacks,
I can see that.
If they redrafted, I think if they did a redraft of like all the guys, the quarterbacks from last year, include the quarterbacks from this year in the same draft class, and you had to pick one, and maybe, you know, I don't know, would Cam Ward be number 2?
Cam Ward would have gone first over Caleb.
I think
that's what he's saying.
I would take Cam Ward. I think he's got the attributes that you need out of a guy. And I think Caleb Williams, you know, when the going gets tough, I think, hey man, I've seen a lot of bad tape coming out of camp this year. But
the best quarterback if you say the best quarterback who now out of those 2 classes, it's the kid,
Jaden Daniels.
It's the kid in it's the kid in Washington.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels. He's the best. He's the best quarterback in those two drafts.
But having not even seen Cam Ward play NFL football, would you take Cam Ward or would you take Caleb Williams?
I would have taken Cam Ward.
Yeah, me too.
I saw Cam Ward. He's a no-nonsense kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
And when he impressed me when he left Washington State and went down to Florida and how he organized. I didn't know how he just organized, guys to come practice, and he was throwing to them, and then the coaches got involved and everything like that. But he took over that whole program and got Miami to where they needed to be. And the way he led them that whole college season last year, it was just impressive.
It was fun to watch.
Yeah,
for sure.
It was great to watch because me, I was saying he was a Heisman Trophy.
Me too. I thought he was going to win the Heisman, and then I think it ended up being, the deserving guy won the Heisman. I get Travis Hunter had a great season, and I'm not really that upset about it. But
no, I'm not upset.
Obviously, the Syracuse game could have went better, right?
I kind of want the only defensive player to ever be is Charles Woodson, but I get it.
Yeah,
I
get it. I just think yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Was there anybody that predicted Jalen would be as good as he was?
I think there were some people that were like, it was tough because there was never really a conversation about the number one pick in terms of the media, but apparently internally, like it seemed like it was a lot tougher decision maybe. And Washington, obviously, they knew who they wanted.
Washington got him at number 2, right? I mean, it was. I guess my thing about it is Jalen was the right quarterback at the right time to come to DC. You know what I'm saying? It was already predetermined in everybody's head who the number one quarterback was. They were going to choose
Caleb Williams.
Williams as the number one quarterback because he was on TV. He showcased. It wasn't.
Drake May was in some of those.
Drake May was in the
Drake May was in that top 2.
But
maybe
he wasn't athletic enough. Yeah. Those two quarterbacks were athletic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They could run and throw, and they had the strong arm. And Drake May, I'm sorry for whatever you want to call it. Drake May is a drop back quarterback.
Yeah.
He's a drop back.
He can run a little bit. He's got some athletic ability.
He's not as athletic as
they just did no designed runs for him last year, and I think that's going to be different this year. But he's clearly not in the same class as Jaden Daniels.
That's what I'm saying. Or he's not in their class.
Is he that different than Caleb Williams' mobility?
He is. Caleb Williams has got a little wiggle.
Yeah,
you see the wiggle in his action. He can look.
He's too busy getting blasted in the pocket.
I'm gonna see how well. That's an offensive line problem.
That's a quarterback not getting rid of the ball either.
Everybody can say no. Yeah. Everybody will say it's the quarterback or it's the offensive line. It's a combination of both.
Yeah.
You got to work with your offensive line. Make the count in your head and get rid of the damn ball or step up in the pocket or roll out of the pocket. Get out of the way of the big men. That's the problem. You got to look around.
Their line stunk last year.
It did stink. Yeah. It's not it looks like it ain't. It's no better right now. Right now. It's just one. It was just one playoff game. But it's going to take some organization to come together.
I'm not sure I'm a big Ben Johnson believer. I don't know.
I think Ben Johnson's a good coach.
I'm sure he's a great offensive coach. As a head coach, I mean, you don't see a lot of the boy genius offensive coordinators doing all that well lately.
Let me say this. If it was the old days, Ben Johnson would be a great coach because he'd have the time to put them in pads and get them ready.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
it's very tough.
We're always trying to – they can't practice today. They're going to do one practice. In the summertime, Larry will tell you, them tour days, they come in handy.
They do. They definitely do.
I've always had the theory, if I was ever an offensive coordinator, I would be just that, offensive. Mm-hmm. And I like that Ben Johnson was offensive. What I mean by that is, most offensive coordinators, sometimes they call plays for safety or security or surety versus, being offensive.
Yeah.
And I've always had the adage, or I was always taught as an offensive lineman, man, we got an awesome advantage, and that is the snap count. We know the snap count. Right. They don't know the snap count. So if I know the snap count and you got to counter me, I'm gonna beat you every time. because you can't react quick enough because I'm quick and I know the snap count. So I think that about offensive coordinators. Be offensive. Don't be that offensive coordinator that we're going to always be safe and 3rd and 2 we always got to try to get 2 yards and by running the ball or whatever. I like Ben Johnson's intuitiveness. Is that the right word?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like his aggressiveness and his creativity. He's being offensive. I've always liked offensive guys like that. When I played for the Broncos, we had one of them offenses because we had John Elway, and we could do things a lot of folks couldn't do and be creative. And we had one play work damn near every time we ran it, where Elway would roll back outright on a bootleg and throw all the way across the field, to the opposite corner to the receiver, who usually was wide because Elway could make that throw.
He's like one of 2 people who can do that.
Right.
Yeah. So
when you have a quarterback like that, they ain't rushing too hard. They want to just maintain. They want to contain and do what they can do. If you got a quarterback like that.
Well, what happens when you have a quarterback like Caleb Williams? And I don't know, man. I don't know.
Now
the theory is not.
They're in his head.
The theory on defense is not Caleb Williams. The theory is defeating that offensive line, and you'll get to Caleb Williams.
That's what it's about.
Because you can defeat that offensive line.
You put more than they can block, and you get after him. And if you can put him on the ground, then you in his mind. He make believe in his head this guy's chasing him. That's all. We need to go to a break though, and when we come back, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying. You got to get in his head.
Oh, he jumping in the bed. Oh no,
exactly. You got to make him start thinking. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050. This next one, I don't know if you guys saw Brad Galley's interview of Dan Campbell. Did you guys see that? I think I sent it to you, Big Sweet.
You did.
Did you see that?
I read some of it. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to read.
What was that?
Brad Galley's interview with Dan Campbell.
No, I didn't see that.
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you right now.
What are you about to say? What are you about to say there? We're live on the stream, by the way.
Wait a minute. Are we live on the stream?
We are live on the stream. That's correct.
I didn't know we were live.
Oh, okay.
You didn't tell me we were on the streamer.
I'm sorry. I set it up. I got your computer ready and everything.
I know you did, but I didn't know I knew we was on the radio.
That's true. Oh, we streaming? Yeah, don't worry. You gotta have some faith, Jamie. Have some faith.
I don't know what Miz teach you guys.
He teaches us how to do stuff.
I'm just making sure. I don't get it. Sometimes I love Miz though. That's my boy.
That's my guy, of course. He's got that afternoon drive now on W4 Country. I'm so happy for him.
I love that he's got afternoon drive.
Oh, that's perfect.
As long as he don't interfere with me, I'm good. I'm thinking about me.
No, he's a pro. No, he's a pro, man. He gonna be ready for M Zone. Don't worry.
He interviewed Dan Campbell, and it was one of the best interviews I've seen, man. That dude, he deserves a lot, man. I'm just telling you.
Oh, Dan Campbell?
No, yeah, Dan Campbell too. I get more and more. I like him more and more, and I didn't want to like this guy. I'm gonna tell you, he's coming in talking kneecaps and everything like that.
You thought he was gonna be a fool.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
He used to be known affectionately in Miami as Man Campbell.
Man Campbell.
Because he'd be talking that crazy stuff down in Miami when they gave him the interim job.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's just doing all that crazy stuff, man. You just. Oh, you don't see it? Are you doing that because you don't see it?
I'm about to have a new drop based on this sound.
I like Dan Campbell.
But you don't love him.
I don't think he's a championship caliber coach.
Oh, okay.
Do you realize
think something missing?
This man has done something that Gary Moeller didn't have an opportunity to do.
I can't say this. I'll piss some folks off.
No, this is me talking. Gary Moeller didn't have a chance to do, and I forgot the other coach.
I love Gary Moeller. I worked with
the
Gary.
guy's name that they had.
Bobby Ross.
No, go next. Next guy.
Bobby. Oh, you talking about Mariucci?
No, next guy. Black coach. Black coach.
Oh, Jim Caldwell.
Jim Caldwell
Caldwell.
didn't get a chance either. They ain't
I
give him
agree.
his chance either.
I agree.
Jim Caldwell,
I agree.
he should have had him in the playoffs, but he had a record that should have put them in the playoffs. I'm just
Yeah.
I love Jim Caldwell.
Eric,
I didn't-
sent that to you, Dan
Okay, good.
Campbell.
Yeah, I didn't really get at the time why Jim Caldwell didn't get more of a chance here.
Because Matt, what's
Is
his
it
name?
Millen?
Matt Millen. He
was
a
still
jerk.
around?
He's a jerk.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah,
We're going live on
yeah,
radio
yeah.
in about 30 seconds.
Something's going on. I'll be right back.
Okay, bro.
Okay, Larry.
It's all right.
That's all right. No, I did. Matt Millen was still there when Jim Caldwell was
I
there.
think he was,
I don't.
wasn't he?
Really? I thought like he got
Look it
fired
up.
a while ago.
Look it up. I think he was. Who was after Matt Millen then?
Nope. In 2008, he got let go.
Who's after Matt Millen?
I'll have to figure it out because who was hired in 2009? We're about to go live. Stand
Go
by.
ahead. I'm ready, bro. I'm ready.
Trisha.
Yeah, that's another one of those Patriot picks. We're gonna do it the Patriot way. Let's do it the Patriot way.
Stupid.
All right, going live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Eric Black in for the Miz Man, and we got the big guy in the middle. Always, you got to have a big center in the middle doing his thing, opening up holes when we got to need them. That would be Larry Lee. Big Sweet is
Hey.
only known by. Anyway, hey, I just want to let you guys know we have a new addition to the Monday Night Football group on the sidelines. Sideline reporters will be Laura Rutledge joining Lisa Salters as a permanent sideline reporter for all 20 games that the top teams of Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. Salters will call this season. See, so you got two now, sideline reporters, one on each side.
That's a good move. That's a good move.
I don't know.
It's fine. They're going to ask the same questions. It's going to be like, hey, so defense didn't really work out last time. What do you think adjustments you're going to make?
Well,
That's a really interesting answer.
On one side, they can say, well, he defended that pass. Seems like you could have got it, but and then they'll go to the other side and say, what did you do to I saw him dip his hips or whatever, and then I
read his eyes and it said fear, and then I caught him. I'm like, all right,
Exactly.
cool, I guess. I wish the access that we get as fans, like the contractually obligated access, was ever interesting. It's only ever maybe kind of interesting when they're mic'd up and they don't know, they're not like being interviewed, but it's just like audio from throughout the game and stuff. I'm like, I'm never really wild. Honestly, I respect what Greg Popovich used to do, which is basically just like, I don't even take this seriously, man. Ask me an interesting question. Ask me about something in my personal life. I'd rather talk about that.
Jamie will tell you, man, when you have to let your teammates know that you're mic'd up because some of the things,
absolutely.
some of the things that they don't think the fans don't deserve to hear.
Do
Or
not need
the public don't.
Right. Just like I let you guys know that we're live on the stream. I'm just saying, like, you guys gotta know.
Anything bad? But
No.
that being said,
Only, hey, we're just trying to keep everyone employed, trying to keep everybody married. Everybody's cool. Everybody's having fun.
And there was a funny clip last year. Mike Tomlin was wired up, right? And all during the game, and he's walking in after the game. He won the game. He's walking in, and he's taking the girl meets him at the locker room to take off his microphone. And one of the offensive linemen walked by and said, "Oh man, you the fans, man! You didn't tell nobody you was mic'd up." Oh, it was hilarious. And Mike Tomlin was like, "Get your ass on in there and shut up." Oh, it was hilarious. Oh, you was the fans tonight. You didn't even tell nobody. Oh, it was hilarious.
wow.
Yeah.
So additional Monday Night Football, you guys know how they have split the coast every now and then when they have Monday Night Football on the East Coast, and then they have Monday night. They have a second game.
Usually like week 1 or usually week 1. I
week
think.
2, week 4, and week 6 and week 7.
Oh, okay.
They're going to do that. Just in case you asked, I'm glad you asked. Thank you.
Glad you asked.
In addition, they got Katie George and Peter Sergio. He's the guy from the NFL Network.
Okay.
That moved over to ESPN.
Katie George got to be some relation to Phyllis George.
I don't know that. Also, Chris Fowler, Dan Orlowski, and Louis Riddick for 5 games, including 4 weeks Monday night. It has multiple. So ESPN they're ratcheting up.
I like that group.
See. I get it.
I like that group. That
second guys. Yeah, you're gonna have some guys. They got double headers. Wait a minute. They will also be working a double header on Saturdays in week 18.
Yeah.
How about that? So I'm just the ESPN is ratcheting up. Who had a better week? I got to do this because I was going to talk about this yesterday, but we didn't have the time.
Mm-hmm.
Who had a better week last week than ESPN?
Nobody.
What I'm talking about, they acquired the NFL Network. They got the substantial rights to Red Zone. You guys know what the Red Zone is? People love the Red Zone. You guys know why they love the Red Zone?
I know why. I'm doing the same thing they're doing.
Fantasy.
Everybody likes watching touchdowns.
Injecting football straight into my veins every Sunday.
Along with that contract, and then they got a contract from the WWE. Did you guys hear about this?
The WWE been moving around the last couple years,
Doesn't matter.
But they're finally home, I guess.
They finally got ESPN has
Disney.
the rights.
Yeah.
Has the rights to they have the rights to do a home. It's domestic homes for all WWE premium live events.
Yep.
That means
all your pay-per-view.
WrestleMania, baby.
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania.
That's a big one. I might even watch now. Who knows?
Me and you both. Eric.
I've been kind of a casual wrestling fan.
They signed a 5-year deal worth $325 million a year to wrestle to the WWE. Talk to me, baby.
Honestly,
they didn't pay the NFL a damn thing. They gave them 10% of the company.
Hey, Major League Baseball got to be feeling like you just gave all our money to the wrestling and the Red Zone and all that stuff, and Major League Baseball got to go find it.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
That makes sense. They cleaned themselves out of the MLB.
Yeah.
That inventory is gone because it's lost.
Yeah.
Nobody's watching. Come on, who's watching full-time baseball games nowadays?
Hey, you know what they're doing? They're listening to the radio. They're listening to the baseball game on the radio on the Big 1050 WTKA whenever the Tigers are on. But watching, I got you.
One more thing, ESPN announced another content agreement with the NFL for the rights of the NFL draft. So it's been extended through 2030.
Okay.
2030. Dude, come on. Now, think about who had a better week than ESPN.
Paramount just paid $8 billion for the UFC. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. I see we got an answer from earlier. Bob Quinn was the general manager when Jim Caldwell was.
Okay.
Bob,
thank you, Anthony. I see you in the chat.
Ed. I see you, Ed.
I see you in the chat.
From the Patricia.
Yeah. We're talking about who succeeded Matt Millen, and apparently it was Bob Quinn and people like that.
Yeah.
But no, man, nobody had a better week than ESPN. Obviously, ESPN also, they've made a lot of decisions to cut. They've really valued their TV stuff rather than their podcasting and their audio
they're
properties.
Getting into streaming now. They're
mostly into live television, and I get that. That's the only thing growing on TV.
They're getting into streaming now with direct to consumer.
Yeah.
So you can buy. Pretty soon you'll be able for $29.99. You you're right to see
Yeah.
one of a kind kind of events.
Like unless yeah.
You know what, Jamie?
$29.99 a month.
I might be able to hook us up because
Okay.
you know my daughter's a VP at Disney.
Right. Right. We bring her on.
Interesting.
We gonna get her on.
Let's talk online.
Well,
Let's
that's
talk
my
online
other.
about
That's my oldest daughter. My youngest daughter
Yeah.
is with the NBA, but my oldest daughter's at Disney. Man, I'm gonna see if I can get a hookup, man.
You know, somebody talk to me from League Pass because League Pass ain't cheap out there for NBA.
I just thought about that, man. Yeah, it was just okay. That's
I'm
just Dad calculating here. Maybe I could get the free Sunday ticket.
Yeah, maybe you can get that code.
That
Just
YouTube
get the
TV?
code. Just get the code. That's all we need.
Yeah.
We need the login. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
We'll talk
right.
about that.
Yeah, we'll have a chat.
Yeah, we'll chat about that when the stream's over.
All right.
No, ESPN had an incredible week.
They had a
really
great
did.
week, and you got to give it to them. They got aggressive.
They
and
did.
we were all trying to figure out when we were talking about the MLB a couple months back, saying, why are they getting rid of baseball? I mean, baseball is a value commodity. It was America's sport at one time. It was.
For a long time.
For a long time. For a long time. But now it's really football. It's really football.
You know who deserves a lot of credit?
Who?
Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell has made these NFL owners so much money, and during his tenure, that he. Last I remember, he was doing $45 million a year personally himself.
Yeah,
I
they
was
took
about
those
to
details.
say.
They took those details away from us because they don't like it being out there anymore. It used to be public, at least more public. What he makes, he's definitely making more than $50 million a year at this point. And I mean, he's been doing. You know what? Along with the deal for Red Zone and all that stuff, NFL now owns 10% of the equity in ESPN.
No, but the Players Association is mad about that. You understand? There's a revenue sharing going on.
Yeah.
And there should have been money exchange, which
Gotta
means
get some
that
trickle
the
down.
revenue sharing, the players would have got their share. You understand?
Right.
But they took the 10%. So what do the players get out of that 10%?
I don't know. That's a really interesting question.
You know what I'm saying, Big Sweet. You know.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Where ours at?
Where's our 5%?
Right, exactly.
Where's our Where's ours?
And is this liquid? Like, is this in
Right.
like, what is this amorphous money? What we're
Here's
getting?
the thing, and I heard this through the grapevine. So this is some
Breaking news?
No, it's some underground crap that
okay.
I picked up. But
I
it sounds
see.
like
Reckless speculation.
they're gonna spin ESPN off. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. As a separate property.
Yes, as a singular property.
I see.
Disney's gonna spin it off. You get
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it'll be by itself with the NFL. You understand?
So if you want to watch NFL, you have to have ESPN.
Oh, you gotta have it
Yeah.
now. You gotta have it because they're joint at the hip.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Interesting.
It's interesting and it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if you guys had a chance to see Joe Clack in his first interview with one Tom Brady. Did you get a chance to see that? You
No.
guys ain't even looking
No.
at that. I can't believe you guys.
Did he say anything, or did Tom Brady say anything?
He actually asked Tom Brady
Yeah.
about the times now. What's going on? NIL and everything. Would you have stayed in Michigan if the right price came your way?
Okay.
Tom Brady
that's a
answered him.
Great question.
It was a great question. Tom gave him back an even greater answer. Tom let him know that, no, I would have stayed here at Michigan because I learned, this is where I learned. When they put a player in front of me and told me I wasn't good enough to start, that drove me to get after that player. That's what showed me to educate myself. That showed me how to look at defenses differently. They helped me. Now, Tom, if you remember, Tom went through a lot to become the starter. And then when he became the starter, they brought in one of the greatest quarterbacks, high school quarterbacks ever, and Drew Henson, right? I mean, he was heralded.
Yeah, this
coming
pedigree.
out. Yes, he had the pedigree. He was a 5-star. He was going to have to work for it and everything like that. And Tom, still, as a starter, was looking over his shoulder. Not until when he dominated, when he came in and played his butt off against Michigan State. That was the end of the fight. But I'm saying Tom Brady had to work, and we had to find out who the winner was.
And you know what, man? With a lot of guys, those kind of statements you kind of take as fluff and all that, and you know, you might even say a little BS.
Mm-hmm.
But Tom has proven himself
Yes.
to be. He has proven himself to be different in that manner. You know, even when it comes to, like, you know, the salaries,
Right.
You know, he's proven that he thinks differently. So I can believe when the Tom Brady says that versus someone else that's just saying it, you know, to be politically correct. You know what I'm saying? I give, and to be honest, I think I've said it on the air before. I tried my best at first to not like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You did say that.
I tried my best, but I have to give it up. The man is the GOAT. And I love all about him, except for me knowing that not real money. You know, other than that, he's been awesome.
He doesn't like strawberries. I know that about him.
He don't like
strawberries. He's an avocado guy. Not a strawberry
That was the
guy.
greatest line in comic history when she said, even Gronk said knows me knowing that not real money. You know, talking about his crypto. That was hilarious. But anyway, I have to give it up. Tom Brady is the GOAT. The GOAT with a cap, all caps and all.
Well,
caps.
he does not. I'm going to say this. He does not like what college football has turned into. It's a big money grab. He's hoping that things will change, get back. They will figure this out.
I don't think it'll ever go back, but I think they're eventually going to get some kind of grip on it with a cap, you know, and a salary cap or something on that. But right now it's a free for all.
Well, that's because you got the NIL.
You got to collectively bargain
a
cap. Yeah,
right.
which would be, acknowledge that the players are you have to.
But
I mean,
but
that they
it's
actually have
already
to have
being
representation.
said now. You can say it loud. Players are being paid to play. I'm sorry,
but they don't have a collective. Any sort of representation yet.
But they do have collective groups that help them with that money. They were going to do away with those, remember? Mm-hmm. And they said, "Oh, hell no. We want that money. We want that money too. We don't let that go away." So, you know, you open up Pandora's box, you know what happens. That's always going to be now. You know that.
I'm assuming what Tom Brady doesn't like about college football right now is he sees a bunch of dudes running from the fight, running from competition, and he thinks he would. I mean, we kind of know he would never really run from, you know, competition like that. Obviously, he didn't transfer from Michigan when Drew Henson got here.
He didn't.
So,
he didn't.
You know,
he wasn't gonna.
He's not running from anybody.
Wait a minute, it's been told in this '97 team that won the national championship, a co-national championship, because everybody wants to point that out to me all the time.
No.
All I'm saying to you is when Tom Brady, when he came in, he was supposed to be the starter in '97. Mm-hmm. But Lloyd had a feeling in his gut that Brian Griese should be the starter. Mm. And you can talk to those players. I talk to Marcus Ray all the time. Tom Brady was the starter until all of a sudden Lloyd made a decision that Brian Griese was going to be the starter. It worked out for them. Yeah. It worked out. Yeah.
Well, it worked out because they got the championship. But what that tell you about Lloyd overlooking the greatest NFL player ever?
I get it. Look.
I mean, so did the rest of the NFL, to be honest.
Exactly.
Like, Brian Griese was a third-round pick, and Tom Brady was a 6th. I mean, the rest of the NFL kind of thought the same thing.
Was he
98, I believe, for Griese.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, third round for the Broncos in '98.
Okay.
He was on the Super Bowl team. He was on the second Super Bowl team. Actually.
Right. So I'm just saying. I mean, look, it's just the way it is right now. But Tom Brady, if you listen to him, everybody listens to Nick Saban, and I got nothing against Nick Saban. I think he's probably right now he'll be that.
He better remember his press pass this year for SEC
Wait a minute,
for
that's
media
over
day.
with.
Oh,
He
that's over with.
already
Oh,
went.
okay,
He
so he
already
remembered his
went.
pass.
Yeah,
All
he
right, good
had
for
his
him.
pass.
Good job. Way to go, TV professional.
But what I'm saying is, everybody gives Nick Saban his flowers all the time. And you know, when he didn't like something, he got with the head man of the country, and they was going to do a commission, and they planning on and doing things like that. I mean, they didn't ask Tom Brady. You ask Tom Brady, he'll tell you exactly what you need to do.
He didn't
I'm
ask
just
Tom
saying.
Brady because the first time he, put the hat in the locker, he didn't have much to say about that. So whatever.
I'm just
Yeah.
all I'm saying
That's
to
all
you
I have
is
to say. But
all I'm saying to you is that Tom Brady let him speak to these players. Let him explain it to these players what you're really playing for. I mean, and I'm sorry, Big Sweet, I say it all the time. Every quarterback wants all the money when it's time to sign a new deal. You know it as well as I do.
Oh, yeah.
Except for one guy. One guy didn't take all the money, and it still remains Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah.
hey, man,
That's why.
he needs to tell the guys, learn from my mistakes. I fumbled Giselle, but you know what? You can come back. Don't worry. Learn from my mistakes.
Nah, he doing
I
all
fumbled
right.
my family.
He doing all right now.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he's fine.
He's doing all right.
Probably got him lined up.
Hey, learn from my mistakes. That's all. Just be Tom Brady and do stuff like that.
Stay away from personal trainers. That's all.
Exactly. Don't hire.
Stay away from like 24th season in the NFL,
Especially if they
maybe.
can kick your butt.
Yeah.
You know, if they kick your butt, don't be hiring them.
Maybe don't do year 27,
Right. Yeah. That's another one. Yeah.
Hey,
He liked the glory.
he liked playing
No one to
football.
say
That
when.
glory,
No one to
that
say
glory.
when.
Everybody loves the glory.
Yeah.
He don't know when to say when that glories keep coming in.
He didn't have enough, though. It's like he won the Super Bowl in Tampa, and it still wasn't enough. It's like, all right, man.
He wanted one more.
He
Just
wanted
one more.
Yeah, no,
He
right.
wanted
He
one
wanted one more, and
Yeah.
then he had to go and find somewhere else to stay.
That's what she said. Like, hey, you have to do this one.
You got to go. You got to move out. You got to go.
You got to go. I know we own this house together, but
what about
you
the
got
house
to go.
we about to build together? She was
Ah,
building the
right.
house down in Miami. Remember the secret? You remember the secret? They was
You love football more than me.
Yeah, he did. He did.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, hey, learn from me, guys. Don't don't do that. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm 48 years old, and I'm still trying to be like, I'm getting out there on August.
I'm gonna tell you what, that really affected him not getting drafted in those first three rounds. The first 3 rounds, not getting, and just he went up to. You remember when he went up to Robert Kraft and told him, "You got the best
thing you
quarterback
ever did."
ever." Exactly, best thing you ever did. You got the best quarterback in the draft.
He was driven, no doubt about it.
That's the thing.
I mean, I saw what Tom Brady looked like in the draft combine. I get why people passed. I'm like,
I was there.
I mean,
I was there.
198 picks went before him. I don't know.
I know.
You
I was
saw,
there. I
you saw
never
that
get-
profile.
String bean and everything,
I don't care what
Somehow
y'all
string bean,
hey,
and he's
you-
got weight
you-
in different places. You're just
You
like,
can talk about Tom Brady all you want.
Not anymore.
He the GOAT.
not anymore. Shout out to
What did I
blueberries
say?
and
I
strawberries. and
tried
Cookie
my
Rock.
best.
I'm just saying.
I tried my best not to like him, finding all kind of faults and this.
Hey,
he's the
guess
GOAT.
what, Larry? I'm still going strong. Don't worry. We out here. We out here.
Hey,
Don't worry.
Another question:
I'm a John
Does
Navarre
he-
guy
ahead.
myself.
does he come around much? Or
Yeah, he
anything?
comes
Does
around. Yeah, he's in
he still
Michigan
comes
a lot.
around?
He comes around. Yeah, and he you can see he's doing his Fox job. He's
Hmm.
doing his Raiders job. He's running the Raiders. You know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's running the
Yeah,
Raiders.
yeah.
I mean,
Hey.
Why he can't do his Fox job all that
Well,
well?
he can't do well. Wait a minute. He can meet them at restaurants and different
Oh,
things
okay.
like that. They
All
can
right.
do the hotel room like
Sure.
they used to. All of that stuff. You still get to meet the team.
He still
You just
he can't give
go
out
in the
that insider
facilities.
info or
You can't-
criticize anyone.
You
Or
just can't go in there, and you can't talk bad about the officials. That's
Yeah.
you can say that's a bad call, but you can't say God started. That's a bad call.
Right. So if we ever get Jason on there, he knows about that situation.
Yeah,
pretty
we should
well.
get that. We should get that. I'm just saying that. I mean, look, Tom Brady, He's done pretty good for himself.
He's done all right.
Yeah,
Yep.
He's done all right. We ain't got to defend Tom Brady.
On the football field,
No.
on the
Exactly.
on TV, we'll see.
Wow.
We'll see.
Wow. He only had 1 year right
I know,
now.
yeah.
First year
So
one.
Eric, are you a Wolverine?
Am I
Yeah,
a Wolverine?
yeah,
I
yeah.
graduated from the great college of Eastern Michigan University,
He-
but I grew up
he
a U of M
slides.
Wolf. I
He's-
grew up a football fan. Yeah.
Okay, right down the street.
He's a nighttime Wolverine. He's
Yeah.
over there. He's over
See,
there.
I was
Okay.
kind of done after 2019, 5 straight losses to Ohio State, the Khakis. I'm just drinking milk. I just couldn't get with Harbaugh no more.
Wow.
But you know what?
Wow.
I was happy for all the success, and I started working at the station again, so it started to reignite some of those old feelings.
He's
again.
back. Don't
You know.
worry. He's
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I
I
just
got
don't
you.
live and die by the results like I used to. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
when
that's
Vince Young in Texas. What's that?
That's somewhat refreshing around here. No, I'm just.
Hey, man, I work for the university over at a different place, and
He
I grew
does.
up a fan. But you know what? The only team I really get that emotional for now is Detroit basketball. That's really
yeah.
which no one wants to talk about. I'm not going to talk about it.
Well, you know what? On the other side, it was something that I was going to drop for you so you could get a little in because, it was announced.
A little bit morsel.
No, I'm just saying it is announced the first game on Peacock was going to be the Cavaliers and the Detroit Pistons. You knew that?
I found out about that. What was that? Yesterday? I
Well, we
think?
could talk
Yeah.
about it on
We'll
the
talk
other
about it.
side.
Yeah,
We can talk about that on the other side. But I mean, they were announcing
along with one other national televised game on a special day as well.
Yeah, we'll
find out on the other side.
All of that on the other side. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050. Right, that's right. I gotta watch what I say. All right, I gotta listen to this guy.
All right, guys, clear.
Yeah, I mean, look at last year, they were like the worst passing offense in the country, like bottom 5 nationally, and they still beat Ohio State and Alabama. So it's like, all right, if you can just get something confident in the passing game, you've got a really good team here. I think they're going to run the ball very well. I like the pieces that they have there and on the offensive line. Does Bryce Underwood, the quarterback, the 5-star, win the job, or do they start with Mikey Keene, the veteran, especially when you go into Oklahoma in week 2? Defensively, they're loaded again. This team we saw it in the bowl game, even though they had a lot of guys sit out, they've got future NFL guys stacked on this defense once again. It just comes down to, can you get something going in the passing game? Not only at quarterback, but the wide receiver position has been pretty thin as well last year, maybe coming into this year. So we still have to see, do they have those playmakers on the outside?
They do. I can tell you that. They do. Donovan McCulley,
He's a real one.
He's a real one. He is real.
It's nice. It's nice to have a guy of that size who's going to be able to get those 50-50 balls.
Yeah, he can go get it too. He can go get it. That young man will go get it.
Yeah, that's a dimension of the offense he just didn't have last year.
They didn't. They
Just
didn't.
had nobody.
That's
Samaj
poor.
couldn't
That
step
is
up that
poor.
way.
It is. It's not Samaj's fault. Samaj
No,
is
it's not his fault.
He's a quick guy. He's not a fast guy.
He's
a
not going to
quick
jump
guy.
over guys. Like,
Exactly.
yeah. And if he has a quarterback that's not going to be able to do timing, anticipation, I got you. Yeah, if Tom Brady ever hears me on the air, he's not going to be a big fan of me. But you know what? I stand on business. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not doing this for people's love and approval. Certainly not Tom Brady.
Tom, I don't know him personally, but
No. I'm sure he's
I
fine.
like some of the moves he's done. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think if you're going to be the owner of a team, I just don't understand why you want to be in the booth. I don't really get that. Or what makes that job interesting to him is like, I don't know, like you want to be a part of the game. That's cool. But like, you have to be front and center, like in the media world when you didn't really do the media thing for a while. Like you weren't even really talking much.
That's the natural progression, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, athletes, the top ones going to the booth. You know,
Yeah.
going back to Gifford and all those guys, and Chris Collinsworth, who was in my draft class,
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
You know?
No, some guys are definitely better than others. Like obviously Emmitt Smith like didn't work out. You know, there's some
Eric,
guys
you
that
gotta get your shit ready. You gotta talk about the game. Talk about, games, set
Ready.
Christmas night, Christmas
Sure.
Day, all of that.
Our Pistons were robbed of Christmas night.
Pistons ain't good enough to play on Christmas night.
They got they got a #1 draft pick on their team. They
Oh
need
my
to they need to get him on TV.
See, that's your problem. You're too focus on what.
Hey, what have the Spurs
what TV
done?
wants.
What have the Spurs done?
They got a
#1 pick,
product,
right?
Right.
Yeah,
They got a product.
they got a #1 pick on their team. That's cool.
They got a product.
They didn't make the playoffs last year though, did they?
No, because
No, they did
Wemby
not.
went down, didn't he?
Yes, that's
Didn't he
correct.
go down?
I believe the Pistons were in the playoffs last
I'm
year. We
just
got
saying.
something on our resume.
But didn't they get beat?
Did they get beat?
Yeah.
So did everybody else.
I'm just saying.
Every other teams got beat
Didn't they get beat
by the Knicks, who made the
in the
conference
first
finals.
round?
Where the Spurs playing in the playoffs last year?
It doesn't matter.
Nowhere.
They have a #1 pick. The
So did the
biggest guy.
Pistons.
No,
They have
no.
Kate Cunningham.
They don't- The Kate ain't that
It's
guy.
Kate Icewood.
You need don't bring
Kate
Kate up.
Cunningham.
I'm gonna tell you.
So
He ain't that good.
Jamie, you a big Spurs fan, huh?
No, I'm not a big Spurs.
No, he's just a
fan.
hater. That's all.
I don't like the Pistons right
Going back
now.
about 10
I'm just
seconds.
saying they need a couple more players.
They do, but the Spurs need like 3 more players.
They need like 2.
All right, maybe 2. They, make a playoffs every once in a while. All right, stand by. God, I'm really something. I'm really something sometimes. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
God, yes you are. It's funny though. I
It is
enjoy it.
fun.
I
It is
enjoy
fun.
it. I enjoy it.
All right, give me one moment. Starting here in just a minute.
Ooh, I gotta send this to Big Sweet. This is proving my point, Larry.
Okay.
So I want you to see it and believe it.
All right, going live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Eric Black here with us, and the center of attention. Gotta have the big guy in the middle. In case what we're talking about, always gotta have a big guy running the show up and down the floor. That would be my man Larry Lee. Big
And I know how to shotgun snap too.
So you might want to play some NBA music. You got the NBA music.
I do have something in that vein.
Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it!
Bam.
So I just wanted to let you know we're going to talk about a little bit of basketball, just a little bit.
Just a little.
But
Don't run. Don't run away.
Don't go away. Don't
Come
run
on back
away.
now.
Come on back. Sit down.
Come on.
We
Don't
got
worry.
the NBA announced some games that they're having, and they got a new partner in NBC, and they got the bird, the peacock. So they got these games, but you won't be getting those games if you don't have Peacock. So hopefully you have Xfinity so you can get Peacock, or you got to get it on the app and you can download it. They did raise the price. I'm just letting you know they did raise the price. And then we also know that the Pistons have they're also going to be the first games on Peacock.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Monday, October 27th, Peacock exclusive Cleveland at Detroit basketball. Boy, I don't know. I might have to be there that day. I don't know. We'll see. Man, that sounds like fun.
Oh, you're going to be there.
I'm trying to avoid getting that Peacock free trial,
You
or maybe
know
I
it.
need to get it. Maybe
Well,
I need to get it.
you need to get it. Maybe it'll bring you
Yeah.
in.
I don't end up there.
I was texting my daughter to see if she would, give us some tidbits about it because she's the broadcast manager for the NBA.
There you
So
go.
I was texting. She might be able to chime in, maybe.
Well, there
Okay,
you go.
okay.
That's what we're talking about. Anything else that we need to know about the NBA? And didn't they announce their Christmas games
They
and
did.
different things like that?
Yeah, they announced Christmas Day as well as Martin Luther King Day. Pistons actually have a game on Martin Luther King Day against the Boston Celtics. They'll be home against the Boston Celtics at 8 p.m. Christmas Day, you have Cavs versus Knicks to start everything off at 12 o'clock.
That's a good game. Cavs versus
Oh, yeah,
Knicks. That's
Cavs
a
Knicks
good
I
game.
like.
Yeah.
That's a nice Eastern Conference matchup. Although they avoid the Eastern Conference, all the rest of the Christmas Day extravaganza, unfortunately. But you got some really cool matchups. You got
we got the champs. They playing. The champs are playing, aren't they?
The champs are playing. They actually play the next game. The Spurs versus Oklahoma City Thunder at 2:30. You got Dallas versus Golden State at 5:00. Rockets Lakers at 8 p.m. and the final is Minnesota and Denver at 10:30 for Christmas Day.
Okay,
so a pretty loaded slate. You got 5 games, 5 really good matchups. I think.
And now Big Sweet, you can chime in on this. The NBA is going head to head with the NFL on Christmas Day. I'm just letting you know.
And they're gonna lose.
That's your boy Roger.
Everybody
Roger got
too.
mad.
That's
I'm
all
just
right.
letting you know, Roger got mad at something that LeBron said last year. Said we own Christmas Day.
Right. He want to show you. No.
They brought up Beyonce just to let you know that the NFL did last year. Beyonce was one of those halftime performers.
But that was that Thanksgiving? I thought that was Thanksgiving.
Oh, that might have been the week of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that was
maybe?
Thanksgiving when they did that.
Oh,
I
okay.
think
I
that was
thought Beyonce was in.
Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I think it was. I'm not sure. Go ahead.
They won't be able to compete.
They need to leave.
Oh
that
no,
alone.
that was Christmas.
Was it Christmas?
That was
Okay.
Christmas
Okay.
during the Baltimore and Houston game.
Oh, okay. The game was in Houston, right?
Yes. That
Because
was
she
at
at
Houston.
home. She ain't leaving
That's a
home.
hometown tour for her.
Exactly. That's a hometown.
When you were in the league, did you play
Cowboy
on Christmas?
Well, you got more people. You can't do it on basketball because basketball don't. You got a number of people. I mean, Beyonce, she had a choice. I'm sure. You want to come on? You want to come on the NBA game, or you want to be at the NFL?
I don't think she was doing any NBA games, though. I don't think that was just the NFL flexing, man. And by the way, those games are terrible. By the way, those games weren't very good. These games that they keep trying to pigeonhole into every Christmas holiday. Yeah, these Netflix games. It's not that the broadcast was bad.
What did you like about the Netflix game?
It just pretty bad. I mean, Houston by then was running on fumes. Like there just weren't very compelling matchups. At least it didn't end up being that. Like to me, the NFL is starting to get a little they're getting very greedy with how they're presenting these games and how they're stretching everything out. You got games on Sunday, and then all of a sudden, a team got to play on a Wednesday.
It's the same. Same teams play on Thanksgiving. They had on Christmas. If you think about it.
Yeah, they had a lot of the team because it was I think Christmas and Thanksgiving were on Thursdays last year.
Yep.
So it ended up working out that way. If you play on Thanksgiving on a Thursday, I guess it makes more sense to play that Christmas slate.
Mm-hmm.
But like you had Baltimore and I think it was Baltimore Houston on a Wednesday.
Yeah, right.
Like that's absurd. Like those teams cannot play 2 days after playing on Sunday to then going and being any good in this game. It's just I don't like it. Well, they do it because it makes
it's all
whatever.
about the dollar sign,
I know, but as a user, as a fan,
they got the numbers that they wanted. You got Lamar Jackson, going against who did they? What's the basketball?
Houston.
No. I'm saying,
the basketball game at the time.
Right.
I don't remember what they were up against last year.
Okay, no problem. You don't have to know.
I don't have it on me right now,
saying.
but I just think like as a product, like basketball makes sense to me on Christmas because it just they're already playing every other day.
Because you're used to
They're already playing every other day. If you have Christmas on a Wednesday and then you got like football games, why? I'm not looking for football games on Wednesday. I'm just not. Like,
well, it's a holiday.
Yeah,
and
they're gonna keep doing it.
We're used to holiday football games anyway. We're used to Thanksgiving football games, so. It's just Christmas. It was on a Thursday.
Thanksgiving, I got you because there's no NBA really competing with the NFL on Thanksgiving Day. Right. I'm not dividing my attention, but like those football games that played on a Wednesday, like that's really bad. Like for the most part, like those teams are not ready to go.
Hey, how you doing?
Sorry, one of my sounds accidentally went off. I don't know what happened there. I'm on the computer, but
whose phone was that, man?
I don't know whose phone that was. All I knew is. They telling you to stop talking about the NFL playing on Christmas Day. Don't be dogging us out.
Not great, Bob.
That's all right. I just don't think as a fan, as like somebody who watches a ton of NFL football, the product doesn't get better. It's like for casuals, I guess, cool. But for me as a junkie, those games stink.
I'm sorry.
Those games stink.
You should have just the opposite attitude as a junkie. You should want it 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but by then I'm a Pistons junkie too, so I already got basketball. Like, look, my wife can only take but so much football every day.
No one likes the Pistons as much as you. I'm going to give you
that's
that.
true. But
I'm gonna
during
give
the
you
fall,
that.
not just the Pistons. If you're a fan of any other thing going on, that's the busiest time of the sports
Everybody
calendar.
wants to see. And I hate to say that, but it's that fantasy league that they can play in. They want to see.
It makes it
their
harder for
team,
fantasy too, because
things like that.
now you got to set your lineup on a Tuesday because you might forget about Wednesday. Like it actually makes fantasy a lot worse too.
If
It
you're
makes it
committed,
harder
you're
to do.
committed. If you're committed, you're all in.
Hey, I'm all in, but I'm just saying, like, I like my football on Sundays, maybe on Saturdays. Monday's cool. Like, I'm cool if that game's not any good. I don't need to watch that. Thursday, I guess, because they've done it so long now. But those games oftentimes aren't any good either.
Well, all I'm going to say
I think it degrades the quality of the product. That's where I'm
say
at.
to you is more football is good for the country.
But it's the same
amount of football. I know what you're trying to establish. You're upset because nobody's watching NBA. I get it.
No, I think it just degrades the NFL
it's
product.
Not degrading.
Oh, it definitely is.
People want to see the games. They actually want to see the games.
Right.
Or they wouldn't give them to them like that.
People want to see the games, but do you want to see a team that played on Sunday play on Wednesday? Like that team is not ready to play NFL football. That's tough.
Guess what? And the players have registered that, but that they tell them you're tough enough to play, and you're getting paid.
They get paid. Getting late in the season, injuries.
It's a game check.
It is a check. It's a check. Can you play? Yeah. And they wake up and get it done. So hey, we dog out the NBA because they do load management. We talk about load management.
Sure. Yeah.
When you're not going to have this guy play when he's away. When he comes to Detroit, he's supposed to play, and he has load management, and he's one of the stars. That's bull crap. And
no, I'm not saying I'm not defending load management or any of these things. I'm saying it degrades the NFL product.
I'm saying that degrades the NBA.
Sure.
Because everybody's used to what the NBA would stand for, where all players played all games and tried to play competitively. Now, they don't play competitively most of the time. Some of them drop the, let's just see who we can get in the first round next year. I mean,
that's like that every year, though. You have bad teams every year.
All I'm saying to you is that you got to compete. Every year you should be a team that's competing.
But I don't think it makes it easier for NFL teams.
It degrades the NBA.
Correct. But I also think it degrades the NFL to have guys who also need to compete playing on like a Monday night, and then they're playing again on Thursday. Like, that's not enough time to recover.
That don't happen. That don't happen.
Okay, a Sunday going to a Wednesday happened last year, though. Christmas Day was on a Wednesday. They played football on a Wednesday after playing a game on Sunday.
Christmas Day was a Wednesday?
Well, the game between the game on Baltimore and Houston wasn't on a Wednesday last year.
And when did they play before?
They played Sunday, the week before. That same week. You went from Sunday, we're off Monday, Tuesday, have a game.
No, that didn't happen. They can't do that.
They can't do
that. That's against the
Thursday.
CBA.
It's a Sunday, Thursday.
Yeah, Sunday, Thursday. There's no Monday,
Sunday,
Wednesday.
Thursday.
No, Wednesday. Christmas was on a Wednesday last year.
So Wednesday. So they didn't play that Sunday before that Wednesday. Something, sure. But they can't do. They can't do that. They can't do 2 games within a week. Yeah.
So they mandated at least 3 days off then for basically every team. Okay.
So that's everybody gets rest. So you don't want to beat the human body up that much. I'm just saying.
I mean, football doesn't. I'm not sure how much they really. Okay, they played on a Saturday the week before. Okay, they did move.
So they got time.
That Pittsburgh game was on a Saturday. Okay,
there you go.
There you go. You got. But I mean, still like 3 days off. That's, it's not a lot of. It's not a lot of time. Even the Thursday games, I think that's when it started with the Thursday games.
Mm-hmm.
When they started expanding Thursdays.
Yeah, college football.
It doesn't make the game any better.
At one time, remember, college football started playing on Thursdays.
Yeah,
and then when the NFL saw it was working, guess what? They jumped into the fray. I remember that. Used to be a college football night.
Yeah.
Because college football didn't want to do Friday nights because that's high school.
Yeah.
So they did Thursday night, and then you had an opening for Friday, and then you went into Saturday. But then the NFL jumped in and said, hey, this is great room for us. We can fit it right on in.
Right. You know,
Right, and I think that
I'm
was a
just saying.
sacrifice that they made for financial reasons, but I don't think it is unsignificant how much like the human body has to sacrifice playing football
Look,
3
and the
days
guys-
after you
look,
just played a
and
whole
the
game.
players argued that to
At the time.
fault. At the time to a fault, and then they got something in return. They got more money, so
Mhm.
they figured it out. It makes sense for them now.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I just don't like it. I don't like it as a fan. I want those guys to have as much time as humanly possible so that the games are as good as possible. I mean, yeah, it's nice to have a game
I
on
have
Thursday
yet-
or whatever,
well,
but
I did
Can't
not
watch
like
football
the
7
Thursday.
days a
I
week.
did not like the Thursday night games because most of those games were
they
bad
stink.
games. They were bad games,
And they still are
They were
most of the
bad
time.
teams that they had. If you
It would
think
be
about
Jacksonville,
when
Tennessee.
when it went to Amazon, remember
Yeah.
when Amazon took over?
Yeah.
Prime, and I think they complained that they had bad games, and
They did.
now
They
they got
definitely did.
better games now. Go ahead.
The thing I didn't like was, you know, not only one. Remember, they had two games on Thursday night.
Right.
I don't even like 2 games on Monday night.
right.
I don't either.
I hate Monday night.
I don't either.
I hate the double on Monday night, but it helps the West Coast because the West Coast, they say
Right.
the games start so early, people aren't home being able to watch the games. So they gave them West Coast games. So that helps out so you can get home and see that second game. We know the East Coast is going to go to sleep. You ain't staying up for both games. You know
Right.
that.
No.
Come on.
And usually that second game would be like Raiders,
Right,
Chargers, or like
exactly.
something I'm
It's
not
the
trying to
West Coast
watch.
teams. It's West Coast
like-
teams.
Nah, you got it.
But on another note, you remember,
Mm-hmm.
Jamie, there was nothing worse than being an Eastern team
Yep.
that had to play on the West Coast on Monday Night Football.
I hated that.
Oh man, the game is over at 11 o'clock Western time, which is 2 o'clock Eastern.
Right.
By the time you fly, you're flying over. It's a red eye. You're flying
you're
all
on the
night,
red eye. Right.
and then coaches are so crazy that you don't get to go home and
you
get that
go
day off.
we
You
used to go live. We used to go live.
straight. Yeah, we go straight from the
We go
plane
straight
to the
weight
office.
room. Go right to
Yeah.
the weight room. That's how that's how we did it. You had to get a lift in on Monday. You had
Right.
to get
Yeah.
a lift in on Monday. Then
Exactly.
if you won, you get the day, you get that Monday off anyway, and then you get the NFL mandatory Tuesday day off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean that's
Wow.
what we
Getting
did.
the lift in after playing and then like going on a red eye.
Instead of going home,
I know.
you're gonna have to come back
Right.
and
You're gonna have to
lift
come back.
again.
No, I get why you would do it. It's just that's a lot, man. That's a
Wait,
lot.
wait. He
I'm
forgot
not even
for
getting on the
us.
elliptical most of the time.
For most of the teams I was on, it was lift and run.
Oh,
It
God.
wasn't just lift. We had to
Yeah,
run. We had
You gotta stretch them legs.
Oh,
Gotta
boy.
get them
Yeah.
legs stretched out, man.
Gotta get them stretched.
you had to
gotta
do
get
some,
them stretched.
some
Dan,
what
Dan with the Redskins. I remember Dan, little Dan boy. He used to make us lift on the red eye. Who's getting in there?
Right.
I'm gonna say this: every player on that team was in there lifting.
oh yeah.
He had the whole weight team come in and get everybody lifted out. You better get in there early. Some guys fell asleep on the floor in the locker room, and then they wake up and go get their lift in. It was just crazy.
You're right. When I was in Denver, we had a strength coach named Dan Miller.
Mhm.
And Dan Miller, we used to call him the back killer because, man, on Mondays, he would make you. He had this theory. You know how most teams will lift kind of lightly.
Right.
No, he had the theory you lift your heaviest to overcome, the soreness and all that kind of stuff on Monday. So we did squats, bench press and everything, maxes on Monday. And then you got to go run like one lap around the football field is 350 yards. So you have to do 2 or 3 350s,
go.
after lifting. So I'll never forget that, man. I hated Mondays with Dan Miller. I hated Monday.
Yeah, I'm
He
just
got
trying to
cursed
like-
out every Monday.
I'm all about
so
sitting
funny.
inside. I gotta. That's just tough, man. After, especially if you lost and you still got to work, you still got to do all practice.
Oh,
if you
absolutely.
came back after losing one of them,
That's
Yeah,
the
man. If you
NFL.
lost, if you lost, they gonna let you sleep for 2 hours. You can go home, but you ain't getting back. And that in DC traffic, you ain't getting back. So you might as well sleep over there
You might as
or
well.
sleep in your car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what we did.
got to hit the couch like we got out in the sales.
Right. That's
sales
what
floor.
I'm saying, man. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
One of the things Shula did when I was with the Dolphins, Monday was the day off and not Tuesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
Monday was the day off. So after a game, you didn't have to come in at all on Monday. And then, Tuesdays when you got to lift and all that stuff. And he started the week on Tuesday instead of Wednesday. So I don't know. I kind of remember, was that better? Did we think that was better or not? But yeah, right after a game, you didn't have to go to the office on Monday. So we had Mondays off. Yeah.
We ain't had no Monday off. We had to be in that office, and we didn't want to lose games, dude. It didn't. If you had a Monday night game, you was gonna win that game. You was gonna give everything you had to win that game. So you didn't have to come in. You get that lift in. You ain't going home until you get that lift in. I'm just telling you, you gotta get that lift in. Once you get that lift in.
But like I said, the difference in Denver was Miller had he max. Not just a lift. It was your maximum lift. He knew everyone's max. So you had to max out on Mondays, not just lift on Monday.
That was crazy.
You're lifting your max on Monday.
Nah,
Bench, squats, and all that.
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's what Dan Miller, not the broadcaster, but Dan Miller.
No, but just to call him out, Dan Miller, please. What were you thinking?
What were you thinking? Back in the good old days, I'm gonna just say this. Back in the good old days, I love that lift. I got that lift in. I got that lift in. I knew, and we won. I knew I had 2 days off, and we started that day. But I went home, went back to sleep, woke up, and at the time, my first wife, she said, "Hey, we won. We got the day off." I'm like, "What you mean we?" What you mean we? You better go to work.
Sometimes I never forget this. We were in a preseason and we played a Friday night preseason game. That's back when training camp was 2 days.
Huge, right?
Yeah.
So we played on Friday. We didn't have to report back till Sunday at dinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
I slept all day Saturday, all night Saturday night, all day Sunday till about 5 o'clock, and had to be in the office, be over there by dinner at 6 on Sunday. I've never been that tired in my life. I slept for almost 48 hours straight.
All I know is just give me my hotel key. We used to drive all the way. We come Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Remember, you guys look it up. Carlisle, Pennsylvania, in the center of Pennsylvania. We drove all the way back to Washington, had our football game, won the game, had a day off, and then had to drive all the way back. But guys were, them state patrolmen in Carlisle, they waited for us. We would give them tickets to the next game. We gave them signed pictures. Dude, I remember the media guy gave me, he goes, "Here, you're going to need these." I'm like, "What do I need these for?" He's like, "You're going to sign them and give them to the police officer when he pulls you over." I went, "Oh, okay." You had to race back, man.
That was it when I ran training camp for the Lions and we were in Saginaw. Remember when the Lions had training camp in Saginaw? That was my baby. So, man, we was running up and down 75, man, like crazy.
My God.
And I knew our security guy, Jocko, knew every police chief on every city between Detroit and Saginaw, just in case, hey, you pull one of my guys over, call me first. And let's talk about it before you do something crazy, man. So Yeah, that was we were running up and down 75 like crazy.
Oh
Racing.
God, it was crazy,
Oh,
dude. I
it
remember
was.
those days. Those days were crazy.
Those
And
what
then,
they were.
then they got smarter. They built bigger facilities, and had their camps in those facilities. That's
Yeah.
smart. That was a genius.
Remember back in the day, when I was with the Lions, we were trained in a training camp at Oakland University.
Right.
And they brought in these trailers for showers and trailers for meeting rooms. It wasn't nothing luxurious, like these players
Get the
today.
mobile homes like they
Yeah,
had.
exactly. It took mobile
Those
homes and
portal
converted
houses.
them to showers and
that small
was
college
crazy.
was
Hey,
not anything special.
that sounds
at
like-
Carlisle, Pennsylvania.
That sounds like me in second grade when they got us in the portables outside.
Oh man, and then
Yeah, they had little houses that they commandeered into like classrooms and stuff from my
oh
elementary.
man, that's,
Dude, wait a minute.
and then-
Were they building the new school for you? What was that all about?
No, they just needed the space. I think I went to a small place, Dundee, whatever.
Okay, that's
Yeah, it was
you
weird.
got a
They built a new
lawsuit.
high school, but I didn't ever go to the high school.
You better go. Statute of limitimity, I guess.
Oh, you think something bad?
I'm
Something
just
affected
saying,
my
maybe
development or
affected
something?
your development or something. I don't know, dude. You got the kids in the outhouse.
I think it's all the stuff I did in college.
okay.
That's
I'm
probably
just
what it
letting you know.
and at Oakland University, they had this all the locker rooms, the dressing room, and everything was up here, but you had to walk down this 150 yard down to the fields to practice. So guess what? It's going down. It's cool. After practice,
Going up.
walking up,
No,
going
dude.
up was a trip, and then you had to do it twice a day because you got to go back down for the second practice, and come back up at the end of the second practice after conditioning and everything in that heat. It was miserable, man.
You literally had to walk uphill both ways, like
twice a day.
twice a day.
Twice a day.
No, that's
Oh,
like the
it was
Bengals.
nuts.
Don't the Bengals still kind of have like a hill like that when they walk into practice or something like that?
Oh,
I think I see
and then-
every time I'm watching for like Jamar Chase news or like T. Higgins news.
Where do the Bengals have their? Do they have
They
that
go to-
stadium?
Do they have a
go to
practice
Kentucky.
facility, or they just make them practice like in
Well,
a parking lot or something?
They used to go to what's the small school in Kentucky, about an hour away from Cincinnati. And I think now though they might do it in the
Maybe
stadium.
Western Kentucky?
Wow.
There's a place in Kentucky that what was it called? Because we drafted a player out there,
Yeah.
defensive back. Back in my day, Bruce McNorton.
Mm.
Bruce McNorton, defensive back. He's actually Calvin Johnson's father-in-law now.
Nice.
Calvin Johnson's daughter married Bruce's daughter.
Oh.
Calvin Johnson married Bruce's daughter.
Okay.
What was the name? Frankfort, Kentucky, Franklin, Kentucky. But it's about an hour away from Cincinnati, but then we slept in the dorms, on those beds that it wasn't like it was your plush king size bed at home or anything. You was
Twin.
on those beds, yeah.
That's a twin.
You
I
know-
used to bring my own air conditioning. That's all I know.
Okay.
I used to
Yeah,
bring
players got smart too,
Yeah.
and
you just had to be smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Furniture rental. They would rent king size beds from the furniture rental place during training camp. Now
I just get two beds, put them together, and got my
Yeah.
roommate a two, and we just one each
There
in.
we go.
Go with it. That's how
Yeah,
you
yeah.
did it.
this is the first year I haven't gone to Steeler camp in about 10 years. I go every year and hang out with them for about a week. I'm not going this week, but man, we open Latrobe, man. We'd be up there in that dorm and
I remember
and
that.
then-
Me and
oh,
Joe,
yeah.
and Joe Buggs. Remember Buggs? Do you
Oh,
remember
yeah.
Buggs?
oh,
Buggs
dude,
and Joe
I
Green-
love Buggs, man.
Buggs and Joe Green almost got into a fight. They were yelling
yeah.
and screaming at one another. I like, whoa, go get him,
I-
Buggs.
I love Buggs, man. But only thing about it, I used to tease Buggs
Right.
because coming out in the draft, Buggs told me, he said, Larry, we really like you. He says, we're probably not going to draft you in the first round. He says, but, second round, man, I'm pretty sure we're going to do it. So we come around, first round goes by, you know who they get? My boy Russ Grimm.
Russ,
I
yeah.
love Russ. Yeah, Russ Grimm.
Yep.
And then so second round, I said, okay, I'm about to become a Redskin. And second round went, third round went, fourth round went. I finally went to the 5th round. I guess I could be like Shador. I finally went.
I was gonna say, I was like, man, this is an interview.
Now that I think about it,
Were you looking at your watch? Were you like?
I was like, so I finally went to the 5th round. So whenever I would see Buggs, I said, Buggs, man, come on, man. Oh, Larry, man, you know, the scouts and everybody else took over, man. I wanted you in the 2nd round. But they ended up taking Dexter Manley in the 5th round that year.
There you go.
That was the year they took Dexter.
Used to run down on the punt. He was
on
the
punt
wide
team.
guy. He used to
That's
run
right,
down on
man.
the punt team. Everybody don't know that. We need to go to a break, long overdue break. We'll be right back on the other side. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050. We forgot to say the special thing that Michael Jordan's going to be on Peacock, dude.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Hopefully, he's more interesting than he's been in the past.
Than Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he's better than Tom Brady. He got to bring it. He got to bring it.
At least he's not calling games. He's just going to be on the studio
No,
show.
they should be on the studio show. It's good, dude.
I think that's all right.
I think studio shows, it's easier.
It's hard though because like these studio shows for ESPN are not any good anymore. Like these, like before I think it's because they use the same 4 people for everything. Like Stephen A is so scattered. Like Bob Myers, why is he on that? I don't like Bob Myers very much.
Bob Myers
Kendrick Perkins,
created Perkins gone. He got fired.
Did he?
Yeah, dude, you got to look that up.
When?
Perkins fired. He got fired from NBC, from ESPN.
No way. From
Yes,
what?
I'm not lying to you, dude. Here, I'll get it for you.
Hold on. 5 days ago, I'm seeing him on ESPN.
I will get it for you if you want me to.
Wow.
You didn't see that?
When was this?
Dude,
June
that's a
4th?
while ago. Yes, June. That was in June.
Wow. Okay.
I'm sorry. Dude.
See, that's during the NBA Finals?
Yeah.
No. July 31st. Okay. Shams reported on July 31st. Okay. Well, good. Man, Perk was not my favorite.
Well, wait a minute. Did you like him or didn't you?
No. No, I'm saying like ESPN studio show has been bad. Like it's not good. You don't. Why is Stephen A. and Greenberg, who the only 2 people at the network who still have a job, and then like Perkins, who just like I think he just says stuff. Like I don't think Perk has some great NBA analysis.
Perk just put stuff out there.
I know, but it's not like it's like I don't know, like. And then I just think ESPN done such a poor job with their NBA coverage. I'm really hoping NBC comes in and does a better job.
They will.
Maybe Mike will do it. Maybe Mike will be the one. But I don't know. I'm happy to see some new guys.
Perkins,
I don't even think
he has to walk into the building and watch not only the franchise he left raise their first banner.
Hey man,
Perk went at him.
Oh man. Oh, that's right. Miz was supposed to be trying out the new food for UM football this year. That's a bummer.
I didn't go because of that.
Yeah, I get that. Man, I know I was busy earlier. Maybe I could have,
Kendrick Perkins got fired, but he could get.
Good.
NBC will hire him.
Hopefully not.
I mean, NBC.
He stinks.
You got NBC. You got. You could. Yeah. I mean, there's a.
There's more jobs now, I guess, but TNT's gone.
Out there.
I don't even think Inside the NBA is all that. I like it. It's funny, but I don't like.
They're gonna be on. They'll be on
ESPN.
ESPN.
But I don't. I'm sure I'm gonna hate what ESPN does with that, and I just think like those guys just like don't watch NBA basketball anymore. So like Shaq will be like, "Yeah, Chauncey Billups, the Pistons coach," and I'm like, "Oh my god, you don't watch the Pistons. Like you don't watch anything. You don't watch basketball. Like I just don't like that the main studio shows they just crap on the sport. Like the NFL." The NFL studio shows don't crap on the NFL as much as the NBA ones do. I just don't get it. Like if you promote the sport, I don't know. Like that's my job to crap on it. Like whatever. I'm not gonna, but I think they shoot themselves in the foot a little bit with some of their stuff.
I'm telling you, Perk got fired. I'm sorry you.
Well,
didn't know
hallelujah.
That,
I was never a fan of his NBA coverage. I just thought he was a provocateur.
Hey, you know your boy Shannon Sharp ain't coming back, right?
Nope, he going too. Yeah, I did hear about that.
I'm making sure you do that.
About 15 seconds till we go live on radio.
I was trying to make sure. You do that.
No, I mean, my gosh, Shannon Sharpe. You know, I wish well for the brother, but you gotta date someone your own age. I'm afraid.
Wow.
You just gotta. Look, I'm a family man. My wife's 2 years older than me. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, I'm 32. My wife's 34. You know, that's the kind of age gap that you want to have. You want your wife to be a little bit older than you, unless she's not, which that's okay. I'm not here to judge, but I'm just saying maybe you wouldn't have gotten in trouble with all the honeys, Mr. Shannon Sharpe. Anyway, this is Stephen A. signing off. We got a live radio show to do.
Oh my God, that's funny. Now
I'm a
that
fool.
was funny. I
All right,
told you,
stand by.
Shannon. Hey, I told you, Big Perk got fired.
See you later. Oh, turn his TV off. Turn his TV off. Okay.
They did.
No, yeah, that's what was playing right now too.
They did turn his TV off.
Turn his TV
They
off. Turn
turned
his TV off.
off big time.
Yeah. All right, going live in
Big Perk
5,
can't do that.
4, 3, 2.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the End Zone. Jamie Morris, Eric Black in for the Miz Man, and you got the center of attention, the big guy himself. He ain't going nowhere, I'll tell you that. I did have to tell Big Sweet, I had to tell Eric Black that Big Perk got fired. He didn't know Big Perk got
He didn't
I
know
hadn't
Big
heard.
Perk got fired.
I didn't know.
Well, he used to try to be funny with all them little sayings, and
Right.
I don't know whether it was my army socks or bear socks or whatever with that old country voice of his.
That guy was a fool, man.
He was cool. He was cool. I like Bird. He was all right.
He's funny, but he's like, his NBA coverage is just like, I don't know, Jalen Brunson's the dog. I'm like, all right, sure, I guess. Like, that's cool. Or it's just like some provocative statement. It's just like he doesn't, I don't know how much these guys watch basketball. I don't know. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying,
Especially
to
these
you
inside
is
the NBA guys.
Big Perk he's still reposting stuff. He's retweeting stuff.
Oh, okay. He's still got a phone, huh?
He's out there tweeting Sador Sanders. Put the show on
Yeah,
his
cool.
preseason debut.
Perk's a big Shador fan. All right, cool, man.
They got he does road tripping. He does road tripping.
Who's that, Perk?
Yeah, him and Gary Owens.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Gary Owens. They
Oh, okay.
funny guys, man. Come on.
Look, I'm not saying Perk, he can be funny.
Is that
like,
bad for the NBA? Losing Big Perk?
no,
Really?
I don't think so. I don't think
it's a
so.
zero. It doesn't mean anything.
Okay, and we didn't point this out. Michael Jordan will be part of the showcase on NBC. Does
Wow.
that attract more fans? Do you think?
Yeah, Michael can be kind of dry, but I think because of who he is, people are more apt to listen than not listen.
He's not biting off more than he can chew. He's not broadcasting games. He's not sitting next to anybody and interpreting what he sees. He's
Right.
sitting in with the group, and he's gonna have they're gonna have him do something. I don't know what. They haven't suggested what he's gonna do, but
Hey, Mike, what would you have done? I would have won the game. I just would have won it. Oh, okay, cool. How would you have done that? Nah, it would have been better. Okay.
I mean,
cool.
all I'm saying to you is that Michael Jordan is going to be on NBC basketball.
Mm-hmm.
In NBA basketball, he will be saying things and talking about things and everything like that.
You know what he doesn't have in common anymore with Tom Brady? He doesn't own a team anymore, so he's not weirdly compromised in this way where he can't report certain things or do whatever. It's like at least he sold his share of the Hornets.
He did.
You know, he got out. He made a heck of a lot of money. So I'm surprised that Michael wants to do this. Why? Does he really just got to get on TV? Like he hasn't been like that guy for a long time. Like
I think there's
It keeps him
my
relevant.
6-year-old son asked me, "Who's Jordan?" I said, "It's the shoe, baby." He goes, "But whose name is that?"
that's his.
And I said, and I had Googled Michael
Yeah.
Jordan. I said, that's his shoe. And he goes, "He's old."
Everybody's old to you, CJ. Come on.
It
now.
was just, I mean, it was just funny because he didn't know who Jordan was, and I wanted to show him. And then I started showing him what he can do and dunks and everything like that. He goes, he can't do that no more, can he? I said no. He goes, he's older than you, Daddy.
Stop.
You know what, man? Out of the mouth
It
of
is out of
babes,
pocket.
man.
Out of
You know,
pocket.
you want to get the truth? Ask a kid.
Yeah.
Ask a kid. You will get the truth.
And he can't do that no more. Yeah. He shouldn't, probably.
So
Save them knees.
So Michael Jordan, here's what in May announced that Michael Jordan will join NBA coverage as a special contributor for the 225-226 season, marking his first broadcasting role since retiring. While his role is not fully detailed at the moment, it is set to include taped analysis assignments for a pregame and halftime show with potential of appearances during major events.
Okay.
So that's what he's doing. So
they're gonna have him do some things and tape some things and come on that way and not live, right?
Right.
He gonna be like Stanley Kubrick. He gonna be like, all right, take 87. All right, I didn't like that one. All right, take 84.
Wait a minute. Are you not excited to see Michael Jordan? I mean, that's kind of exciting, right?
Michael Jordan, he's a great basketball player. That's wonderful. I don't have any expectations of him being good on air. Like
nobody had expectations for Tom Brady to be good. A lot of people would say he's not. He's not any good.
No, I honestly, I don't think it's always transferable. These skills that these guys have at being elite football players or basketball players.
See, here's the thing.
I think honestly, guys lower than them.
People are looking for Tom Brady to be exciting because he was excited. Let's go. All of that, what they seen on the field. Tom Brady is explaining the game to you in an articulate way.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to.
He's trying to.
He's trying to articulate the game to you, what's happening on the field. Some people get it. Some people don't get it. I mean,
he's just a little stiff, you know. He's just a little stiff.
Well, he's got to
like Romo
watch,
came out the gate not that stiff.
He's got to watch what he says. Romo doesn't own the team.
No,
Romo doesn't have restrictions.
Again, another one of my big problems.
He wants.
Yeah,
you know
I tell you what, though. I tell you what. I listen to Romo. Romo is very accurate on predictions.
On play calls.
Yes, you could tell he was a smart quarterback. I mean, he'll say, "Hey, this is 3rd and 8. They're probably going the tight ends in motion. It's probably going to be a screen right here." And man, more often than not, he's spot on.
When he started, that was his big thing.
Yeah,
right. He knew the plays that were coming because he watched them and what their offense was and everything like that.
He was so fresh out the league.
Yeah,
he was so fresh,
and we weren't getting that kind of. I mean. Phil Simms got a little dry. Phil Simms, he was good when he started, but he was a little dry. And then that's who replaced Romo replaced Phil Simms, remember?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
the
way it was.
I do too.
He just says Jim too. He just says Jim too much.
He does. I don't know, Jim. I need a I don't know Jim drop for sure. I'm gonna get one.
You know who else I like and not I've heard probably more negative about positive than him is my draft mate from the 1981 draft, Chris Collinsworth. I like Chris.
I do too.
I like to hear Chris do games.
Because he likes.
I don't either. I don't understand.
Chris likes to be the villain.
Maybe that's why I like him.
He likes being the villain.
Yeah, that's a fun role.
Yeah. I like Chris.
He does a good job.
I think he does too.
Remember, LeBron tried to be a villain and it didn't work for him. That's why they lost that. They lost that championship.
But Chris, he don't seem to mind.
Chris lives in it though.
Yeah.
He wants to be in it.
He wants to be
there. Yeah. I mean, Boomer Esiason. He loved being the villain.
Yeah.
He wanted to be hated. It gave him.
Is Collinsworth doing the games with Tirico now? Isn't that the Sunday night lineup?
Yes.
That's a great lineup.
It is a great lineup.
That may be the best.
That's because he lets Mike
do his job.
Mm-hmm. And he's not trying to do Mike's job. Yeah. Mike lets you know what's happening on the field, and then Chris tells you in his way what had happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you. I think I've said this before. It might have been our first broadcast, Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's hard to believe. If y'all knew the Chris Collinsworth I knew in the draft, and we knew it in the draft, the last thing you thought he would be was a broadcaster, especially on that, because he was from Florida and he had the biggest Southern drawl you ever want to say. He was like, man, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna get this done of that, and next thing you know, after playing and everything, Chris was on TV, broadcasting, and he's got that kind of that deep voice, that kind of manly voice, and he's done exceptionally well. But we were in the Japan Bowl together as seniors in college.
I played at the Japan Bowl.
I played, in the Japan Bowl. It was fun. I went over back to back. I went over for the Japan Bowl. Well, UCLA, we played our last home game in Japan.
Okay.
And then 3 weeks later, I went right back to the
You were trying to make it a 6-hour flight.
Trying to do that trip twice.
hey, Jamie, I did it in 3 weeks.
Oh my God! I don't know how you did that.
We did our last game of the year over there against Oregon State, and then 3 weeks later, I went back to the Japan Bowl. So twice to Japan, but Chris was in the Japan Bowl. That Japan Bowl that year, if you look it up in '81, man, it was pretty. We had Mike Singletary, we had Ken Easley, we had Chris Collinsworth. We had a pretty good Senior Bowl over there, man. We had fun. It was good, good. And what's the old SMU coach? The great SMU coach was our coach. He was long time.
I know.
Long time SMU coach.
But did he? It's not. God, what's his name?
He went to like
Ashley?
No,
it's different. Oh, Fred Long?
No.
That's a little bit.
God.
It's years back. Go back years.
Ron
Go
Meyer?
back to that.
Ron Meyer.
Ron Meyer.
Okay.
Ron was so cool, man. And near the end of the game, I'll never forget. He said, "Now I know every offensive lineman's dream is to be a D lineman, and I know every a defensive lineman want to play a little bit off." He said, "Now who wants to go where on the opposite side of the ball?" So I went in at nose tackle, and we had other. Oh, Mark May was in that bowl too.
Oh,
Mark,
wow.
me and Mark went in over. There's an inside joke about Mark. Mark was homesick, and he was calling his girlfriend and ran up like a $2,000 phone bill. So we teased Mark May about calling. Man, Mark, this ain't like a local call, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Mayday ended up, doing quite well in the league. That was a pretty good for a so-called those games back then were kind of like the secondary bowl. Everybody wanted to play in the Senior Bowl and that kind of thing. But we had a pretty good roster.
Not me. They had the NFL guys at that Senior Bowl. They ain't had the NFL guys at that Japan Bowl.
I just imagine Mark May on like TV, and under his graphic, under his name had a $2,000 phone call.
And we was teasing Mark about that, man. Yeah, but we had a good time over there. It was who else was there? We had some top-notch players in that, and for that same reason, Jamie, that a lot of those guys didn't want to go to the Senior Bowl.
Right. Don't nobody want to go because they gonna make you work. They were gonna work you out. Them NFL guys will work you out, get you in.
Yeah.
The coach, he's this. Hey, dude, you know what's happening. You know.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. But I went over 2 weeks straight. It was 2 weeks separation between my two trips to Japan. And remember that they had that. There was this Japanese guy that owned like a. It was a store not far, and everybody shopped at that store, and they do like robes and kimonos. Everybody was taking back home and everything. Right. What was his name? He had a name that everybody that played in the Japan Bowl knew. I can't think of his name, but he was giving discounts left and right on everything, electronics, all kinds of. So he had a store, something like a Walmart at the time, and man, everybody went over there shopping, come back. I forget what
we got. I would tell this story. I don't know if I can tell the story, but I can't tell the person who did it.
Right.
So, and the hint is running back in 1987 from
Oh, boy.
Wow,
Nevada.
that's too much.
Oh,
Nevada.
okay. So you're really
University
narrowing
of
it down
Nevada.
there. You're really narrowing
Okay.
it down.
Okay, running back from,
Uh-huh.
and he did this. So we were me, Jumbo, a bunch of guys from Illinois, bunch of guys from out. Lorenzo White was there. From Michigan State. All of this. We all go. We go to this restaurant, and we're sitting there. We're sitting there eating, and they got Chinese spaghetti.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And it's the finest. This is the finest meat, red meat in the world that they put in spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? They got that. That's good spaghetti. Now it's good meat. It's really good. But you want salt and pepper, so you get the salt and pepper shakers. They're stainless steel. They are stainless steel. So when we get up, we get ready to leave, and the owner of the restaurant stopped all of us. Somebody took salt and pepper shaker. So I just went, okay, all right. We were like looking, and everybody's looking, and we couldn't figure out who took. If you're looking that up, you keep your mouth shut.
It was his name start with a C, perhaps?
Be quiet. So
Last name start with an F?
Stop.
I don't know who that is.
Anyway,
Yeah.
It was crazy. So all I know is he detained us for 45 minutes.
Oh boy.
Over a salt shaker.
But they're sterling silver. I mean,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
dude, that's sterling silver, and those are good luck charms and everything like that. They finally got back on the table somehow. I don't know how. You mean those over there? And he goes, "You talking about my restaurant?" He shoot us out. He got us out of there and said, "Don't ever come back."
His career total was 3,200 rushing yards, perhaps third in the Big Sky history at the end of 1987. That guy.
Hey, go ahead, finish your story. I got one that's hilarious too.
That's it. That's the only one.
Let me tell you, we get there at UCLA. You know how teams, when they check in the hotels, everybody's, 10, 15 guys on the elevator at once, kind of thing, right? So we get there, we get on the elevator. There's about 10 of us and one little Asian guy. And Freeman McNeil, you remember Freeman McNeil from the Jets?
I remember Freeman.
Freeman was this is UCLA, not the Japan Bowl. We're over there, and Freeman McNeil, our star running back, tells the guy, "Hey, press number 4." And the guy looks at him like, he said, "Press number 4." And the guy, a little Asian dude with all of us on there, goes like this. So Freeman's now going to have some fun. "Hey, look, I said press number 4. And the dude like, and so now we're laughing. Freeman's like, "Press number 4, cussing and stuff, laughing, right?" And the dude is just sat there right there. So when we get to the 4th floor, the door opens. The guy turns around and jumps in the karate stand, says, "What the hell did you say?" And we laugh because we said, "Freeman, man, this ain't no pretend karate. They know the real stuff over here.
They know the hi-ya."
This dude was going to take all of us on by himself in Bruce Lee fashion. And we said, "Freeman, man, you can't mess with these guys over. This is the real. This is not imported karate. They know the real stuff, man." We laughed for days after that because the dude, he was quiet, didn't say a word, and Freeman's cursing him out. "Press the damn floor, damn it, I'm Freeman McNeil. You don't know him." Freeman's having fun with it. Man, that 4th floor door opened. That dude turned around, jumped in the karate stance and said, "What the hell did you say?" Oh, man. Boy, we fell out. We said, "Freeman, you're going to get all of our butts kicked over here in Japan, man. By one guy, by one Bruce Lee."
Oh, man.
It was
and so far away from home. Like, you really just,
man.
You don't want that trouble.
Oh, man, we didn't want that trouble. It was funny, though. But Freeman thought he was getting some laughs from us. That dude timed it up perfectly, boy. Japan, man. Those are some good times, though. You gotta admit, Jamie. You know you had.
It was a great time. No, I had a good time. I got on the train. The train was flying.
We
by.
did too. We did
love
too.
that train, man. It
Would
was
love to
great.
ride some of them.
No, it was,
And what
it
was-
was
Cool
great.
over there.
It was
What was the
great.
disco district? The Roppongi district or something?
Yeah, yes. And
That
of
where
course,
they had the
Americans want to fight
discos.
Americans. We had the football team wanting to fight the sailors, and I'm like, really? It's
Oh,
nighttime. Everybody's asleep. The rest of the world is probably sleeping or waking up to yesterday, and we're
Yeah.
in today's world. And I'm like, what? It's just funny. I was like, wow, we're gonna see
My
a
college-
fight? Really?
My
I got
college
my-
roommate. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
No. Go ahead.
I was gonna say my college roommate was a linebacker. He was playing in that. We was over there, and he hit on all the women, man. These women didn't know a lick of English, and my man, he's trying to talk to them and everything. He could bring them over to dinner and everything, and then same thing. We're talking and laughing and they're just looking just as crazy. We say only you, man, would try to hit on some women that don't even know English.
Well, the international language is bring them a flower. That's all you
Bring them a
gotta do.
flower. Oh,
Bring
okay.
them a flower.
I thought you were gonna look at your wallet or something. I don't know.
No. International
Oh,
language is
yeah.
bring them a flower. And they
I
go,
thought,
and they would talk to one another. He like you. That's what they would say. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying.
Sure.
Right.
No,
Right.
I get that.
No,
Sometimes
no.
love transcends all.
I
Transcends
thought it was
language,
music. I thought
transcends
music
money.
was the universal language.
Music.
It is, and maybe if they understood what you was
Maybe.
listening to,
Yeah.
Right.
the stuff we was listening to, it was loud, and they were like, "Ooh, wow!" They
Yeah.
did not like what
No.
we had going
No.
bumping on.
But we went out to the discos. And those were the discos in Roppongi. And they were like Americanized, if that's the word. And they was playing Freak Out, but all that. So it was a party. But music was we did party over there in Japan with the Japanese folks. It was a lot of fun. We had a ball at the Japan Bowl. I had a ball anyway. The rest of us did too. Did y'all go out
Seems
to dinner?
everybody
Like,
was having fun. Maybe a little bit too much fun here and there. Just a little
It was
bit.
nice. Yeah, you know what? Yeah,
I
it
do
was
have
nice.
my own pep like stole a shaker story. I was with my dad I'd like to apologize to the Ben Steen Grill from 10 plus years ago
You
in
stole-
Walled
you
Lake.
stole-
I didn't know. My dad took a paprika shaker, and then they confronted us in the parking lot, and I was just like,
wow.
I don't know what you're talking about. we just left, and
wow.
my dad was God rest his soul. He was a real fun guy, and he took a paprika shaker.
He was trying to be
I guess he
funny?
needed
Was he trying to
needed
be
paprika.
funny?
I don't know.
Paprika?
He just needed the
I
paprika.
know.
I don't know what it is.
Wow.
I mean, like I said, I'm very sorry to the people of the Ben Stein Grill near Walled Lake, Michigan. I'm sure it was called something else back then, but he had to get that paprika shaker. I don't know. I don't know if it was nicer.
That's probably been on your chest the whole long.
It's been a long time. It's been a long
I'm
time.
glad you can let that loose.
Man, that was like way too long
Therapy.
ago.
That's
Yeah,
good
I
therapy.
needed that. I'm glad that you guys. gave me
WTKA
space.
therapy session.
I'm glad that you guys could give me that space.
Well, I
took it more or less.
I enjoyed the ambiance of Japan. It was great.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh
enjoyed
yeah,
that.
I did too.
It's a ton of people on such a small island, but you don't see it being a small island when you're on that.
I imagine Tokyo doesn't feel like a small.
No.
Like you're not. This ain't. This is
No.
like the biggest city in the world.
It is. It's like that. You see millions of people on.
Yeah.
It's
Dense.
It's
Very
wild.
dense.
Yes.
So
they-
at Michigan, you played in the Rose Bowl though, right? Too.
Yeah. They
That's-
play in the
that's-
Rose Bowl. Yep.
So was that a good time in LA?
Yes. LA was a good time until we got to the Meat Bowl.
The
Oh,
meatball.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
What is
Lowry's.
Lowry's.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know, the winner of the Meat Bowl usually loses the game.
Oh,
I
is
let
that-
my offensive linemen know, don't overeat. We don't
Right,
need
right.
to win.
I remember this
We
story.
don't
Yeah.
need to win this. You guys are gonna be sick. We don't need to win this.
Right,
What do you think happened? They won.
right.
They
They
ate
was.
so much. It was, oh my God. It was
Wow.
gluttony. Gluttony.
Now, I didn't play in the Rose Bowl, but I did play in the what's the one in Arizona? Fiesta Bowl.
I played in
That-
Fiesta Bowl. Yeah.
That was a great time, man. We had a ball in Tempe, man. Was it Tempe?
Yeah,
I think so.
Tempe.
Yeah.
It's Tempe. Yes.
Yeah, man. Oh my God.
Obviously, you played at Arizona State. It was in Tempe at Arizona State because the Fiesta Bowl I played. That's where we played at.
Okay. Yeah. We played. Did y'all go to what was?
We played Nebraska.
We played Nebraska. Did we play Nebraska?
I don't know if you played Nebraska. We played
What's-
Nebraska.
oh no, we played Arkansas.
You
Arkansas.
played.
Dan-
Big, Sue.
Dan, I never get Dan Hampton. I was a little sophomore starting off as a guard, and Dan Hampton was the senior All-American, All-World defensive lineman for the Arkansas.
Did you stop him? Did you stop him?
I ate him alive. That's how I got on the. That's how I got on the map. Everybody like, who's this sophomore? Kind of shut him down. And after the game, you know how they do the trophy. We ended up a 10-10 tie in that game.
I was gonna say that I just looked it up. That's the only tie in Fiesta Bowl history.
Yeah, we ended up in a 10-10 tie. And after the game, I went to congratulate Dan. Hey, man, congratulations. You're going to be a first-round draft pick. Chicago. Yeah, I didn't know the Bears, but, man, you're going to have a great NFL career. Thank you, man. He wouldn't even shake my hand. I was like, okay.
No, you beat him.
Yeah, I got him. So then when I got with the Lions, he's with the Bears. You know, we renewed our rivalry.
Yeah,
You know?
I see that. I see that too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get everything you took from me. I'm gonna give it right back to you.
Yeah, and so Hall of Famer he is. I probably helped put him there too.
Exactly.
Yeah, but those was some. We had a ball. They gave all the seniors rent-a-cars at the Fiesta Bowl. Did they do that for y'all?
Yes, our seniors did get cars.
What did they do that for?
I was a sophomore.
I was a sophomore too. And our seniors, Manu Tuiasosopo and Jerry Robinson and all of them, man, they had all the cars. And we were going around to all the parties. And I never forget, we went to a Arizona State basketball team, had a big party. And that's when Fat Lever and that's when they had a great team. Fat Lever and what was the other big center on the basketball team? And their women's team, they had Kim Hampton. She was all WNBA for a long time, and we
What you got on your
partied.
phone, Jamie? What you got? Breaking news?
No, we'll talk about it on the other side.
Yes.
We're gonna
Yeah,
talk about it on the other side. This is just crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, Fiesta Bowl.
Oh,
Well, we got a lot in common. We got a lot in common.
Right, we
Jamie.
do have a
Fiesta
lot in
Bowl.
common. That was
Fan Bowl.
Fiesta Bowl was a lot of fun. I am not gonna lie to you. That we went 6-6 my freshman year, so we had to have a big bounce back, and we were. It was Michigan and Iowa, number 1 versus number 2 in that big game. We end up losing at last second field goal, and then carried on. Was it UCLA? Yeah, it was UCLA. That played Iowa in the Rose Bowl.
Rose Bowl, yeah. That was
Fumbled like 8 times. I don't mean fumbled 8 times.
that was Eric Ball's big.
That was his big coming out party. Eric Ball's from Ypsilanti.
Oh, okay.
That's right. He is. That's right.
Yeah. I'll tell you a story on the other side.
Mm.
You're listening
All right.
to the M Zone
Wow.
on the Big 1050. If not for Eric Ball going to UCLA when he called Bo, I don't come to Michigan.
What?
So when Eric Ball told
decided UCLA,
Bo
they
he's
jumped
going
on
to
you.
UCLA, Bo called me and said, "Morris, I've been thinking about your son. Coach wants you to come on here." I said,
Right.
"Oh hell yeah!"
Oh yeah. Oh okay. I didn't realize. Yeah, he beat my little brother, man.
Is he?
I talked to him. We gotta have him on because he's still in the Bengals organization. Been there for 35, 40
All I'm
years.
saying is when Eric Ball decided to go to UCLA, I didn't know this. It was Blade, Bob Thornblade. We have him on every Friday, and Blade came and got me. He's like, "Dude, the old man loves you. You got to come and blah blah blah." And then when he called me, Bo told me, I want you. You're my guy. Bo and Blade goes, yeah, coach wants you to be here and everything. So then the rest of the story comes, the players knew, oh, we didn't get EB, so we got you. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, you're no EB. But I'm a man, and I'll show you when I get chance.
That was the Rose Bowl. Eric had 4 touchdowns and was going to break the record.
He balled out.
And Donahue didn't give him the ball on the in the red zone to score the 5th one and break the record. And I think EB still holds that against Donahue.
No. That was the worst game for the Iowa running back, remember?
Yeah. Oh,
and they accused him of throwing the game.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Never forget that. How much time we got?
Oh, we got just about over 2 minutes.
All right.
I mean, a lot of guys I've been noticing lately have been getting popped for the sports betting. I can't remember who it was. There's just been more and more stories about guys popping up, getting popped for the gambling.
10-10 tie.
That's got to be weird. Such a weird anticlimactic feeling. You're just like, all right, I guess.
We had so much.
What do we
fun
do
that
about
week,
this?
It didn't matter.
Yeah, it's like, do you feel like you won? Do you feel like you lost? Like, what's a feeling? What's a tie feel like?
I know.
You're just like, I mean, we did it. I don't know. Like, what? I'm just asking Larry. Like, he tied in a football game. Like, what does that feel like? When you're just like, did we do well? Did we? Larry in the '78 Fiesta Bowl.
You tied?
He tied 10-10. He just got done talking about it. But it's like, how do you feel about? Do you feel good about your performance? Do you feel bad? Yeah,
I felt good because
you felt good. Happy to not lose. Yeah.
I was a sophomore going against the senior first team All-American.
So you felt really good about your job.
I felt good about my job.
Bo was just happy that we didn't lose. That's all he wanted. He didn't want to lose to Illinois.
Like,
he hated Mike White.
You won your position battle. So that's like, oh, okay, cool. If you can't win the game, at least I won my bet.
Did y'all go to Pinnacle Peaks or whatever that restaurant was?
Yeah.
They took the whole team out. Yeah, all that
We
stuff.
did, and then we did a whatchamacallit. We didn't walk out like Miami. We stayed the whole night. Beatrice Brown playing music, played his guitar.
Yeah.
We had all that. We did the players thing. We didn't want to shake hands with them though. Nebraska was talking shit. They were talking about we big and strong and we gonna knock y'all out and blah 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 blah. We ran all over them, boy. We just ran. That was my coming out party. I had to redeem myself because I turned the ball over against Ohio State and got taken out the game.
We got a lot in common. That was my coming out party. My sophomore year, like I said, I was a sophomore starter going against the great Dan Hampton. And he was a senior All-American, first team All-American. Had a good game against him.
Oh, wow. CFP Outlook.
Yeah,
wow, that's crazy.
About to go live here on radio. Stand by.
Must see games. This is going to be a sad question of the day.
Oh boy. Well, I don't have any callers yet, but when they
you
do,
ain't gonna
I'll
have
answer.
any. But you're gonna have. This is about bowl game disappointment.
Oh boy, I got one. I got one
Bowl
for sure.
game disappointment.
I know the one. All right, going live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, my man Eric. I almost said Matt the Hitman, but Eric Black in for the Miz Man, and we got Big Sweet, the center of attention with us. Yeah. That would be Larry Lee. I mean, Big Sweet, you made me think. I'm gonna say this. I remember the biggest disappointment. This is the question of the day. What is the biggest bowl game disappointment in your young career? In your and whether you played in that game or you watched that game, I'm gonna tell you mine right now.
Okay.
I forget what year it was, but it is the phantom touchdown of Charles White going over the top against Michigan.
Oh, against Michigan.
And if Michigan wins this game, Michigan has the right to claim themselves as national champions. Bo Schembechler would have been a national champion. And my team that I cheered for, how old was I? I was 10 years old. I cried in the shower. I'm not going to lie to you. Cried in the shower with Michigan losing. And it was the worst thing that could have happened. But I hated that. They didn't call the ball a fumble. And it should have been a fumble. It should have been a fumble. That was me being devastated. I mean, I was no good for the next 2 days. I can tell you that as a little kid. I'm just saying. That was the worst bowl game that we lost, that Michigan lost, and I was torn apart. I was done. Mm-hmm. Michigan had an opportunity to win a national championship that year, and I knew we were going to lose.
You was a Michigan fan long before going there.
Oh, God. It's the helmets. It was the helmets, dog.
Yeah.
It's the helmets. I love those. The helmet. My goodness.
Right. It's pretty cool.
It is.
Also a great look for University of Delaware. Good, they got it.
Okay, here's a question for you. Why does Delaware have that?
Probably a copy of Michigan or one of the Ivy League schools that Michigan probably stole it from or something.
No, that would be Princeton. We got it from Princeton because the coach came here. Okay,
I see. That's what happened.
But Delaware, because an assistant coach had coached here and became the head coach, and they replicated those helmets. So that's what happened.
That's nice.
If you need to know, no.
I didn't need to know, but I'm glad.
Get it right. Get it right.
If you're gonna
get it right,
wrong,
at least I know what it was. I just didn't know where it came
from. Know your history.
So the question of the day is what bowl game? If you played in a bowl game, maybe you played in a high school championship and you got that one. Maybe you didn't win your state championship. Maybe you didn't win your district champion. Maybe anything. Pop Warner.
I don't have anything football as far as I played in, but I can tell you the game that disappointed me the most was the 2005 Rose Bowl against Michigan versus Texas. Braylon Edwards had 10 catches for 100 yards and 3 touchdowns, but Vince Young, man, 21 carries, 192 yards on the ground, 4 touchdowns on the ground, along with 180 yards and a touchdown in the air.
Yeah,
I knew they were going to make that field goal at the end of the game.
Lamar Woodley was popping everybody in that game.
I know. But, it wasn't enough. I knew once Texas got the ball that they were going to kick the field goal and win it. And it was just, I cried. I was still in my, caring very much about the results of these contests. Even though they weren't going to win a national title. I cared so much. I mean, and you go up against a gauntlet like Texas, like Vince Young. I mean, it's one of the greatest college quarterbacks of all time. So that was my biggest bummer for sure.
Bowl game. Not necessarily one I had nothing to do with, didn't play in or nothing. But I was highly disappointed when the University of Miami went out to the Fiesta Bowl. And them Army fatigues and all that.
Yeah, that's fatigue game. That's the fatigue game.
I was disappointed. I just knew Miami was going to beat them down. Vinny Testaverde and what's my man, the D-line coach at Colorado now, Hall of Famer, big fella for Tampa Bay Buccaneers, D-line. Oh, man, he's coaching for Deion now. NFL Hall of Famer.
Warren Sapp.
Yeah, man, I just knew. I was a big Miami guy, man, and everything, having played for the Dolphins, and I was rooting for the U and all that, man. They went out there and laid an egg, boy, got beat. That one disappointed me.
They played their butts off. Vinny Testaverde turned the ball over too many damn times. That was interception heaven right there for Penn State. He was damn near throwing it to them. He was throwing it to them. That was one of that's in my top 10. I'm just letting you know. I wanted you to get that one. I told
Me too.
you.
I wanted you to
I
get
hated
that one,
Penn
man.
State. I hated Joe Paterno, and I hated Penn State.
I wanted you to get that one because, like I said, I'm a Dolphin. Now, when I was a Dolphin, the guys at U of M, Michael Irvin and all them, they was living better than we were.
Yeah.
They ran what was the name of that street down there? Oh man, but anyway, I was a big U fan, man, and everything, and they went out there and got beat, man, in that Fiesta Bowl. I'll never forget that game. And personally, just the game that hurt me the most was my freshman year losing the SC by Bill Gay, Detroit Lions. Bill Gay was a tight end for USC back then. We were tied. We were tied, and they threw a desperation pass to Bill Gay, 40 yards down the field, and they called Ken Easley for pass interference, and they kicked the field goal and beat us. That was the toughest game to lose in my life, man. I was, not bowl. The question is bowl game, so I gave you the bowl game, but just game-wise, that game, my freshman year, losing to SC it was crazy.
You want a game? You want a game? I'll tell you a game.
Okay.
Michigan is the number 2 team in the country in 1985. Yeah. Hold on. Let me think about this. 1986. Michigan is the number 2 team ranked going in, playing against Minnesota. And the big game was a game away, Ohio State. What do you think we were thinking about?
Ohio State.
We were thinking about Ohio State. Minnesota was, if you watch the film, if you watch the game film and everything, they didn't play good football. Lou Holtz was the coach and everything like that. And they ran the wishbone. And they came in and we played like crap. I fumbled twice. Jim threw the ball, 3 interceptions. Defense was Ricky Foggy was the quarterback's name. Look him up. He'll show you what he could do. He ran the option precisely the way it should have been run. He was a magician that day. He was awesome. To the point we had to go for a tie to tie this game up so we could win the Big Ten outright when we beat Ohio State the next week. We had to go for 2. I don't think we got it, but they gave it to us. I'm admitting this to you right now. I don't think we got it, but they gave it to us. We got home cooking. And all of a sudden, Minnesota goes down the field with the option, just beating us. Ricky Foggy pitching the ball, going down the field, faking it to the fullback, turning it up the field. Chip Lohmiller. Remember that name. I don't forget that name.
I remember
Chip Lohmiller runs out onto the field. This is the first time Minnesota's had the brown jug in 12 years. They kicked the field goal, won the game, and came over. They didn't just take the jug. They came over viciously and took the jug.
Wow. Yo, man. Don't you
broken everything. I mean, you're talking about the oldest college trophy in college football. And we lost it. It's the worst feeling. I mean, I don't know why people are calling and saying, that's the worst game we lost. Michigan lost.
we got too much in common, man. I'll tell you, I got a very similar story. My senior year at UCLA, we are 6-0, ranked number 2 in the country. Alabama is ranked number 1 in the country. UCLA is number 2. We're playing Arizona. We hear at halftime, Alabama lost. So we, the powerful UCLA team, all we have to do is beat Arizona, and we're the number 1 team in the country for at least that weekend. Guess what we do? We lose to Arizona, and we end up, falling back. And that game, anybody from my class, my senior year of my class, that kept us from staying in the national championship hunt, losing to Arizona in Arizona. My senior year, when we were definitely the most dominant team, we were 6-0. It was crazy, man. That game still pisses me off. And for some reason, last 2 years, Arizona has beaten UCLA. Same kind of thing. And so Arizona, for some reason, got some kind of hex on us or something that's still alive today. UCLA had done okay. Wait a minute, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, UCLA was doing well and lost to Arizona, and that took them on down. But Arizona has had our number, man. I don't know how and why, but you remember Ricky Hunley, long-time defensive Denver Bronco. He was a freshman on that team, and we were Bronco teammates. He brings that up every time I talk to him. Larry Lee, remember your senior year? I was a freshman, y'all. We beat y'all. Kept y'all out of the national championship. Shut up, Ricky. Shut up. So they all hurt. But you're right. I'm glad you bought something like. We got a lot in common, Jamie.
I'm just telling you, that was. Hey, and look at Eric shaking his head like I just Googled it and saw it all, Jamie.
There's a lot of it for me. You know,
I mean, it was
am I gonna
crazy. Those are games that you live and die on, man. I'm just telling you.
To this day, that happened. That was my senior year, 1981. How many years ago was that? I'm still devastated.
It's just crazy. Look, again, you can call in and tell us your worst Michigan loss or your worst favorite team loss.
I'm looking at the old logo for Ohio State. They used to have the Buckeye like in the O. I don't
they
like
used
it.
to put the Buckeye inside the O.
I don't like it. It's weird. I was like, what is this? It's like a twig in the middle of an O. Like, Michigan is just ain't look no different from day one.
Does this band still dot the I?
The block M is the block M.
The block M is the block M, man. They don't need to do nothing. The O is just like, I guess they dot the I, yeah, sure, but I don't know, man. It's a strange logo. I'm glad they changed it. Good for them.
I'm just telling you the worst thing. I can tell you, I'm gonna give you one more.
Back down memory lane.
But wait a minute. This one is a good one too. Everybody's gonna remember that one. Michigan versus Colorado. Did you see this game?
Let me see. That was McCarthy and
Cordell Stewart.
Yeah, Cordell Stewart.
Yeah, Cordell Stewart. And
I was in Ann Arbor.
It was in Ann Arbor.
I was on the sideline because the NFL was on strike.
Right.
And what's his name was the coach of Colorado, Neuheisel.
Yes.
My old college teammate. So Rick got me on the sideline, and I was on Colorado's sideline that day.
That game, dude, everybody had Michigan tagged to win the national championship.
What's the wide receiver for Colorado? Had the great day.
Cordell Stewart, and what was the other guy's name?
The wide receiver. He played in the league.
He did.
He had a great catch. He had a great game that day.
I mean, all you got to do is knock it down. You just got to knock it down. That's all you got to do. And
what was his name?
And we didn't, and it was not good. Bring Philly E on. He'll tell you the name. Philly E.
You want me to put him on?
Yeah,
okay,
734-998-1050. Philly E. What's the name?
On?
Yeah,
Here
what's the name we're looking for? Who caught that ball?
Westbrook.
You good?
Michael Westbrook.
Michael Westbrook. He caught that ball.
Hello?
Can you hear me, Philly? What's up?
You better get him on.
He's on right now.
Hello?
Philly
Hey,
E.
Philly, can you hear us? Nope, he dropped. Okay, never mind.
Michael
You
Westbrook.
didn't hear me just a minute ago, so.
It was Michael Westbrook.
Yes.
Michael Westbrook.
And
okay.
all we got to do is knock it down, bruh.
Yeah,
I remember I was on the side. That's funny you brought I was on the sideline because my nephew was a backup running back for Colorado. He was Bieniemy's backup. And I was on the side, and Rick Neuheisel was the head coach. Yeah, for Colorado.
That's crazy. That was the game. Now, I watched that game. I watched that on TV. It was live on TV.
Wow.
So we're going to try to get Philly E on right now. Philly E, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got the name. Michael Westbrook was the guy that caught
Yeah.
the ball.
Yeah, that's pretty much an unforgettable play. He's the same dude when he was on the Redskins. He got in the hook with the running back from Auburn. What was the?
Oh, he beat him
Who was
up.
the running from Auburn?
I forgot his name. He beat him up to the point he cried. I remember that.
He pummeled him. Yeah. God, I can't remember. His number was like 40.
Oh yeah. Well, I know who you're talking.
Stephen Davis, I think it was, right?
Yep, that's his name, Stephen Davis.
Yeah. So he's known for two things: catching that miracle pass and putting a beat down on Stephen Davis in practice. So, wow. Oh, and by the way, I texted you the name Hubie Oliver.
Yeah, I saw that. What? Who's Hubie?
Jamie,
Oliver?
I want you to ask your partner why I texted you that name.
Why did he? Why is Hubie Oliver?
Hubie, the basketball coach, NBA basketball coach,
No,
Hubie Oliver.
Hubie Brown.
That's
Hubie
Hubie
Oliver
Brown.
was a running back
Hubie
for
Brown.
Arizona. Played
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, damn it.
You would know.
Oh man, and the other one was the quarterback was Tunnicliffe.
Tommy Tunnicliffe. He had a nice career, man. I think he was a 4-year starter, wasn't he?
Man, yeah, man. Don't even bring it up.
Tunnicliffe was a nice player. Wasn't a pro, but he was a really good college quarterback.
Yes, he was.
He played all the way through, I want to say, 83? I think he played through 83. I think he was a 3-year starter.
Yeah. 81 was my senior year, and that's the year they got us.
Yeah, I think he played through 83, Tom Tunnicliffe. I think he was he was at least a 3-year starter. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
He was a nice quarterback. Jamie, the interesting thing about that bowl game is I think Michigan really would have had to put the beat down to USC. That was one of those years where you had like some elite football teams. And they actually all met. Michigan met USC, and Alabama met Penn State, who was undefeated. Penn State, I think, was the only undefeated team going into that game, though. They were the only one, and they were number one. If they would have held serve, if they could have got in on the goal line, Mike Gooman got stopped. Barry Krause. I don't know. Joe Paterno is probably going to have to go for 2, and you're going to have that, that 83 Nebraska situation where, you got to go for 2. You just can't take the tie. Granted, you get the tie, you're probably undefeated and still get the national championship, but I don't think Joe Paterno would have kicked the extra point and tied that game. I think he would have went for the win just like Tom Osborne did, concluding the 83 season. So anyway, I'd have to say, by the way, you guys brought up Eric Ball.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Iowa was the victim of not just one freshman running back, but the other time they went in the Rose Bowl at the expense of Michigan, by the way, not just in 85, but in 81 as well. Here's a name. How about a freshman named Jacques Robinson? You remember what he did?
Yeah.
So Iowa did not have good luck with the freshman running backs of the Pac-10, whether it was Eric Ball or Jacques Robinson. But I got to say, along with Eric Ball, Gaston Green, he was no slouch either, by the way.
Gaston Green was the bomb. Gaston Green was the bomb.
Yes. Well, I the one before, Gaston learned quite a bit from my senior year. My co-teammate, Freeman McNeil. Freeman was a beast too. And Gaston kind of, Freeman knew Gaston from high school or something and took him under his wing. And Gaston was nice. Yes, I agree.
Well, you actually had a glut because after Wendell Tyler left, you guys had James Owens.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right?
J.O. Yep. Theodis Brown.
You had Otis Brown,
Yep.
right?
Yeah,
He was a freaking beast.
beast, Bigfoot,
And who was the third back? I'm missing a third back.
Freeman McNeil.
This way, Jamie.
What?
Their backfield was so good that Jarrell Thomas had to freaking transfer. How about that?
Freeman McNeil.
I'm missing one more back. James Owens. Was Freeman McNeil there by then or no?
Yeah, we were. Yeah, we were. Freeman was. We were freshmen together, and we had all 4 years together. But Otis Brown and James Owen was 2 years older than us, so they were seniors when we were sophomores.
Yeah, but somebody else was there when they were there, and Jarrell Thomas was there a year, and he transferred, right?
Yeah. Who else was? We had
somebody.
Eric Brown. Eric Brown was a Kevin Nelson.
This is another pro. It's a pro. We're missing a pro here.
JoJo Townsend.
Nah, he's a wide receiver.
Yeah, JoJo. But running back, we had Jairo Penderanda.
It's not.
Jairo was our fullback who played in the NFL. We had James Owens, we had Otis Brown, we had Freeman McNeil, all in the same backfield. Who else was? They moved Blanchard Montgomery from running back to linebacker.
Yeah, he went to linebacker. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Eric. No, it wasn't Eric. Something Green, not Gaston Green. I know who you're talking about. We had another running back that was in the league. Man, why can't I think? But he was like a freshman when I was a senior. I can't think of his name right now.
But you guys, you had 4 pros,
Yeah.
Which obviously USC could do that too, as we both know. And there was a time where Nebraska, between Red Wine.
Oh, Jarvis.
Jarvis.
Yep.
And Andra Franklin, and I'm missing somebody. Damn.
Yeah. SC. Now you're talking Charles White. You're talking Marcus Allen, Mosi Tutupu.
Yeah, I'm talking that's obviously USC could throw out a bunch of dudes too. We threw out Lynn Kane. I mean, they just one left, another one popped. It was like whack-a-mole. You know what I mean?
Yeah. SC was so loaded back then. They were a pro team, and I think we talked about this once before. I think 4 or 5 NFL Hall of Famers on that SC team together. Ronnie Lott, Anthony Munoz.
Yeah, I know they were ridiculous. They really were. They were a junior NFL team. Let's face it. And like I said, I think what set them apart was the fact that out west teams knew how to throw the ball. They weren't really option teams.
Right.
Obviously, your school was, before, you guys were pretty much a veer option team back in the day, going from Vermeil to Donahue.
To Donahue.
This guy Jamie, man. This guy Jamie's funny, man. You sent me something, man. That ain't right. It ain't right.
I'm guessing for the bowl game for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the one that frustrated me the most is when Michigan lost to Texas. Kind of like if you were a USC fan the next year.
2005,
kind of got a
right?
prelude to what was going to happen the next year.
Yeah.
Because Vince was absolutely unfreaking stoppable.
He was.
Dog. It was.
He did it by himself. He didn't do it with his team.
Yeah, look at those numbers. It's all Vince Young, and then a receiver who had like 40 yards receiving, basically.
Yeah, that was a really we actually had a chance to put them away.
We were up by 10 in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Up 10.
We were.
Chance to put them away.
God.
We had them. We left the door ajar, and
that was brutal.
Yeah, that was a hard. Now, granted, we lost to a quality team.
I mean,
and obviously one of the greatest players ever to put on a uniform at the University of
absolutely. No shame in losing to Vince Young. Maybe you could say the TCU game from a couple of years ago where Michigan feels like they
TCU. That's a hard. That was a hard.
Oh, that was crazy. That is crazy.
Dude, 5,000 things went wrong in that game.
I know. That was pretty
For
bad.
first of all, that's a touchdown. Roman bobbles a ball on the goal line.
That was so stupid.
Secures it as he lands the end zone. How wasn't that a touchdown? How's that on the 1 yard line? And of course, swing play.
See that, Big Sweet? You see how we are? We just bobble the ball.
I'm learning.
Yeah, and of course the 2 pick sixes. What's his name getting walked on the opening drive, and then we do the stupid Philly special. I mean, it was the perfect storm. And then our fastest player, who runs like a 4.28 in a combine, decides to dive at a guy's leg on third down, and then the dude goes out the door 76 yards. Why he couldn't just, hey, just make the tackle and give up the first down. They still got another 70 yards to go.
Yeah.
But he dove. He took a bad angle and dove, and next thing you know, the kid's out the door 76 yards. And, of course, we went 0 blitz on that play, too. Things that there's just too many things that went wrong in that game. But here's the thing. I will always be able to swallow that game, because if we win that game and go to the championship, I don't know if we get a plethora of guys coming back with that. I don't think a lot of guys come back. If we go to that championship game and lose a close game, I guess people are like, it was a great year. We lost the championship. Maybe guys don't come back. But because it was such a bad loss and left such a bad taste, and Blake Corum didn't get a chance to play in that game, that Blake came back to rehab that knee and have that senior year, and all those offensive linemen came back, and the guys on defense came back, and you saw what happened. We had a storybook year, and they're going to go down as the last great college football team of all time, because they went 15-0. I don't think we're going to see anything like that again. So that's a great job by you, because you know what? When I really stop and think about it, losing to that team, and of course it was all set up. Like, nobody gave TCU a chance. Like, Michigan, they run the 3-3-5. Michigan's going to run it right down their throat, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So our kids heard that. They swallowed the rat poison.
They ate the rat poison. They took it down. Billy, I got to go to a break. I'm sorry, but I appreciate you calling.
I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Go Blue.
All right.
See.
Bradley, hold on. I'm going to go to a break. We'll be right back. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050. This guy. I got more for you. Here you go, E. I bet you didn't know this.
What's that?
This right here. I'm about to send it to you.
Yo, Jamie in the middle of the segment sends me, if you're wondering, Larry, did he send you the same thing?
Nope.
No.
He sent me, man, this is brutal. The Colts tried to make a pretzel that represents their logo, and it just looks like imagine what a brown horseshoe looks like, perhaps.
It looks like a turd.
It just looks like one big long, oh man.
It's a big
in the
turd.
middle of the segment, he sent me
a big
that.
turd.
I couldn't stop.
I'm like, this is a
Hey,
big turd. Did I ask the wrong question?
I mean, I don't think there's a question. I think it's just what it looks like.
People did.
Ooh, bottom and 20 teams of all time.
Yes.
Indiana's number one.
Look at Indiana. They got 715. Don't ever tell me Signetti.
Man, that's brutal. Man, this guy Jamie's funny, man. That is funny. Rutgers. That would have been my guess for worst number of losses. They've been around the longest. Indiana, Northwestern, Rutgers, Wake Forest, Kansas. Okay. I get that. That's South Carolina in all caps, I guess. That's about the schools you'd expect, though. I saw this from Michael Porter Jr. You know, his brother, Jonte Porter, was the guy that got dinged for gambling. Got banned from the NBA last year for gambling, sports betting. And then Michael Porter apparently said this. Think about it. If you can get all your homies rich by telling them to bet $10,000 on my under, this one game, I'm going to act like I got an injury and they all get a little bag. Some people come from nothing and they think like that. Brother, why?
Wow.
Why would you say that? That's your brother. We know who you're talking about. Come on.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. And I think what's even it's like your brother made the NBA. Like it's not like, I mean, he wasn't like an important guy, but like you just wanted to throw it all away so you can get your homies a bag, I guess. Like that's crazy, dude.
I know it is. It's a different mindset these days.
Man. I know. I think the Permian, just sports gambling being everything now is just, it's just the new crack in the systems that's just gonna, it's not gonna be good for anybody except for the bookies. Like that's it.
As good as they were last year, they still suck.
Hey, Jamie, check this out. Look what Michael Porter Jr. had to say. That, you know, the guy who's brothers with Jonte Porter, the guy who got banned from the NBA for sports gambling. Michael Porter Jr. on sports betting. Think about it. If you can get all your homies rich by telling them to bet $10,000 on my under, this one game, I'm going to act like I got an injury and they all get a little bag. Some people come from nothing and they think like that. Damn, bro. Come on. You can't be out here saying this, man. What are you talking? Why are you talking about?
Day and time. Look at Jerry Jones admits.
It's a different world. This is a different
Jerry
world.
Jones admits.
His brother got banned from the NBA.
Doesn't matter, dude. I'm just
It's
saying.
a different day and time, man. Jerry Jones admitted, you know, he likes to keep controversy going.
Hell yeah, he does.
You know, just to keep his name in the news, whether they win or not.
I think that's the most important thing to him is just staying relevant, like in the news. The football, he'd love to win, but like in the absence of winning, all the attention, it works out.
You know, that could have been a topic. That could have been a topic for today, but we should talk about. Well, Jerry Jones gets enough. He gets enough pub.
He gets enough. Yeah, we're going live on radio in about 30 seconds. Yeah, no, I mean, every day is a good day to talk about Jerry Jones. Like, there's really never a bad time.
Whether they're doing good or bad or what.
No, yeah, and then with the Micah Parsons stuff, you know he's going to pay that man.
Oh yeah.
He's not. I mean, we've seen it work over and over again. All this public leverage on Jerry Jones. Just keep working.
They probably agreed to give him some rest. This is load management.
Hopefully so, because they need that man badly. They need him bad. All right, stand by. All right, going live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
This is the M Zone.
Oh my God. And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Eric Black, and big, sweet with us. That would be Larry Lee. Yes, you caught me. Looking at something. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
734-998-1050. 734-998-1050. Let's go to Hadley.
Hey, Jamie, I'm here.
It's about time, Hadley.
Yeah, I know. You're so used to having me at the beginning of the show. But anyway, I'm watching you guys on YouTube. You're looking all pretty snazzy, sniffy, and everything else.
What is that? What is that? The snazzy sniffy. What is that? I just got a collared shirt on.
Snappy.
Look, Hadley, you're looking at two guys wearing black T-shirts, and then maybe I got a collar on, but like it ain't like that. I mean, you know.
And my little goatee needs
I
trimming.
do have my Lululemons on.
Oh, you got your Lululemons on. Okay.
Maybe he recognizes the Lululemons.
Is he seeing
But
the
I'm
bottom
sitting
half?
down, I guess.
Oh,
I
he
don't
sees the
know.
bottom half too.
Right. I don't know
Oh,
what
boy.
he sees.
I
I
don't-
don't think so.
Nah, I'm not
I got the
interrogating
top
this any
half.
further.
He's looking at my head.
Yeah.
Am I shiny, Hadley? Am I shiny?
Yeah, your head is pretty shiny, all right. I
Jamie, when I get my hair cut, I get mine pretty short. I don't know what you cut yours at, but mine gets cut at about 1/8 of an inch.
We just got one guard number one. That's all. Let's cut it off, and then we cut the rest. I balled it around at the bottom side. Then I get the number one.
See, I'm newfangled. I've got one of them newfangled shavers that, man, you go around and just do your hair. Just do your hair like that, man.
Not bad.
Yeah, your head is shiny, Jamie. I don't know if I can keep looking at you.
I'm sorry,
It's the
bro.
lighting, man. It's the lighting. They got that overhead lighting. We
No,
don't have
no.
lamps in the
I'm
studio.
kidding.
We need some lamps
Also,
in the studio.
you guys, when you listen to people on the radio, you probably sometimes imagine, what does that person look like? You think about it in your head, what they look like and stuff. Well, this is the first time I've really seen Eric before. And Eric, I didn't know you had a Van Gogh mustache, beard, whatever.
A Van Gogh? Is that what they call this?
What is a Van Gogh? What's Van Gogh about
The
his?
Van Gogh is a mustache and beard.
Okay.
Well, that's the goatee. I got the goatee,
But,
obviously.
Not all the facial hair on the side of the face. You're just concentrating on the chin and the upper lip.
I've never been compared to Van Gogh. I've gotten from coworkers a Kris Kringle, type,
Wow.
which I don't agree with either. But the Van Gogh, it's a new one for me.
Well, then when you get older, that's going to go all white.
You know what?
So,
You know what, Hadley?
There you go.
When I found out what Bob and
here's
Tom
proof.
looked like, I feel
Here's
it.
proof.
There you go. See, I'm heading that way. That's all right. That's cool with me. I'm never going to be the one I'm not doing the hair dye. I'm just going to let it go. I don't have a problem with any of that. I will say, Hadley, though, for, reveals, like what radio personalities look like, man, when I found out what Bob and Tom looked like, that was a big day for me. That was kind of like finding out that wrestling was fake. Or real. I don't want to, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all of them. I'm sorry to what contingent of our audience, but either way.
Jamie, got to make a few corrections here, according to my friend Alexa. In 1986, Minnesota and Michigan played, of course, but the coach then at that game was not Lou Holtz.
Who was it?
Or Gunstadt or something. He took over after that year.
They kept the same offense, Hadley. I apologize.
No, that's all. No, I'm just letting you know. And then as far as the other game in '94, you said it was Neuheisel and it was McCarthy.
Against you talking about the throw?
No. I'm talking about the '94 game that you were talking about coaches. Bill McCarthy coached that '94 game, and Neuheisel took over the next year.
Okay.
'95.
Okay.
Appreciate you, Ombudsman Hadley.
Well, I know, but someone would call in and say, "Jamie, you're all wrong."
Yeah.
No,
We'll pay attention to that.
Well,
We're going on a vibes-based approach here.
Oh, well, if you want to talk about disappointing bowl games, I think one of my disappointing ones was one of Bo's games. It was that one against Stanford.
Michigan, Stanford.
We
What year was that?
Oh, gosh. 70.
72?
Could have been 70. No,
Oh, wait,
they
no,
didn't-
it couldn't have
They
been.
only went. No, they went to a bowl game in '69 and '71, and if you remember, you had to win the Big Ten to go because they didn't do anything else. 73, 74, and 75. We didn't go. It wasn't, but it had to be in the early '70s. I'm trying to. I think it was 71.
It was 72. It was the 71 season, the 72 Rose Bowl.
72,
Stanford
yeah.
upset the undefeated fourth-ranked Michigan Wolverines 13-12.
Right.
13-12.
That was
So
very
was that-
good to watch
that wasn't the quarterback. What was his name?
Dennis Franklin.
Player of the game that year was for Stanford was Don Bunce.
Oh.
Don Bunce. Yeah, 71 Michigan
No,
Wolverines. Yeah, I'm not sure about quarterback from the 71 Wolverines, but Don Bunce was the quarterback of your 72 champion Rose Bowl champs, Stanford Cardinals.
And Larry, I didn't, and now I learned something new that you were at the same game I was in '94 for the Colorado game. I assume you were on the Michigan sidelines, and did you hang out with the players?
No, sir. I was I just, I didn't, when you're on the sideline, you really don't, I tried to stay away from players just so I don't want to be accused of, anything by any coach, because coaches look for reasons to, if things don't go well, they look for that damn whoever that big some bitch was over there. I don't need none of that. So I just stayed on the sideline. Yeah.
Well, see, Larry, the thing you didn't know about that I've told Jamie before is that when I was at that game and Colorado had the ball for the last, 6 or 7 seconds, me and my brother were at the game. We looked at each other just before they started the play and said, well, this game's over. So we left. And we're walking back, and then we're about a quarter away back to where we're going to get our ride home, and I hear this tremendous roar. And I thought, oh, great, we won. And then I'm waiting for my ride, and I see all these really mad-looking Michigan fans, and I'm going, well, what the heck happened? And then my mom told me, and I said I didn't believe it. I had to watch it. I had to see it on TV to believe it.
I have to correct you. I was on the Colorado sideline. I was on the Colorado sideline. My nephew was playing for Colorado. He was the enemy's backup. And so, I had some connections there at Colorado at the time. So, yeah, I was on Colorado's sideline.
If you remember, though, Larry, at the end of the first half, Colorado tried the same Hail Mary thing, and we knocked it down.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember.
Right.
Yep.
And now, if you go back and watch the game, we had one more defender. They could only do, 7? Yeah, they could do 7 players that go down the field. We could do 8. So we had an extra player. And if you go back and watch it, Westbrook ran down the sideline, and the Michigan guy was right with him. And right about the 5-yard line, the Michigan guy quits following him. And that's how Westbrook got free in the end zone and caught the ball.
Know what? That's kind of, you're bringing back some memory. I kind of remember. Yep. I was on, like I said, I was on Colorado sideline because of my nephew and Rick Neuheisel, who was my college teammate. Rick was a freshman when we were seniors. And, I helped, my nephew was the enemy's backup. So I remember that game vividly. I went over to Colorado's, they were staying at that Hilton over there and off of 275 over there. So I went and hung out with the team the night before and caught up with Neuheisel.
Vinny's right. That Miami Hurricane at Michigan was a bad one too. They came back and won that game. I remember that. That was 87. 88.
That was while you were there.
Another disappointing.
1988, 31-30.
They came back and won that game because I went. I was home and getting ready for. We were getting ready to. That was Memorial. I think it was Memorial Weekend.
Let's see. I might be able to.
You mean Labor Day?
Labor Day.
Oh, Labor Day week. Yeah, first week of the season. Then.
Yep.
Yeah. And we were up like 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, we were killing them, man. We were killing them.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, it was pretty disappointing. There's been a lot of disappointing games, Jamie.
Not a bowl game, but yeah.
Not a bowl game. That wasn't a bowl game, but it was a season opener. It was a season opener.
Definitely a tough way to start the season.
Right.
But we got our revenge. We got a revenge a year before, 2 years before, right?
Yeah, we did.
Well, can't say revenge if it happened earlier, but
Well, we beat them because they came off their national championship.
Yeah, okay.
05,
Nebraska bowl game. Maybe that was the 06 bowl game because 05 bowl game was the Rose Bowl against Texas.
Right.
So it might have been the next year. Yeah.
Larry, I started watching your show there in Plymouth and stuff, and getting ready to watch the rest of it. You were there. The show.
Oh my God!
You damn.
The show.
Hey, let the man talk, please.
Bye.
Give him.
Go ahead, Hadley.
Remember where I'm from, Larry. Remember where I'm from. Columbus,
Ohio. So what?
Larry, it's not It's not Columbus. It's Columbus.
Oh, Columbus, Ohio. Okay.
Yeah.
So did you like the show so far?
It's not the Olentangy River. It's the Stanky River.
Stanky.
Thank. Yeah.
And
yeah.
it is
Really?
stanky.
So you like the show?
Anyway,
Did I do okay?
I've been watching some of your show and stuff like that, and it went about an hour and a half, didn't it?
Larry gets into that. Gets
2
into
hours.
that base, don't he? He gets into
2
the
hours.
base.
2 hours. Okay. Well, they showed about an hour and a half of it. So, are you the lead singer?
No, you don't want me to be the lead singer. I sing the goofy stuff like Play That Funky Music, White Boy, or, one of them goofy songs. But no, real singing, no.
I hate to cut you off, but we only got 10 seconds, guys.
Oh, I gotta go.
Unfortunately, it's
Sorry,
about that
Hadley.
time. I got the Victors playing.
You're
Hadley,
you're
back tomorrow, sir.
You're listening to the M
Yes,
Zone
sir.
on the Big 1050. There you go. Sorry about that.
Time flies. Cool.
Caller or two.
Very good.
Yes, sir. So no
All
show.
good. All good.
No
No show tomorrow. No show tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.